and I think we should be live. Hello, everyone. So how are we, everyone? It's a pretty nice evening tonight of 11:55 a.m. It's totally not raining. Totally not. It was raining a little bit before, but it was more like spitting. But how have we been, everyone? How have you been, Espiritu? Goonin? I know, me too. I need to get into that. I actually my DXD order came in, so I have all 4 seasons on Blu-ray. Ooh. What's in it? Show us, show us, show us. Yo, let's go. Goonin and Mutity is okay, fine. I got it sorted now, okay? OBS, all right? I had to update OBS and it just went crazy, okay? My mistake, Demon Carol. So he's got his stuff. He's been gooning. He's been gooning. But yeah, a lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours per se of like, well, because like we've got a couple of topics I want to get through. The first one is the Japanese government and the AI translation. A Persona live action TV series on the Netflix side. That one I'm really scared about because of the showrunner that they have. Rent a Girlfriend gets a 6th season.
Ugh.
Yeah, season 6. We have more seasons of that than DxD, and it breaks my heart. Audio isn't coming through? Really? Okay. I guess there is a rough thing. Huh. I thought it was coming through fine. Okay. What I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to add a audio for Discord then, because I thought I had a audio capture, so it should be fine, but I guess not. Audio capture. Maybe this will work. Yeah, for some reason it's not working. That's weird. Yeah, sorry about this. It seems like technical difficulties have got me on the OBS side. Hmm. But welcome everyone. We're just experiencing some technical difficulties because it wouldn't be a Goonin stream without technical difficulties. They'd be very hard.
At least you have them worked out for next time.
Okay, hold on. So I did see audio come through. Was it just that?
Do you have like a bar?
Yeah, I have a bar going on, and it says you're speaking. So maybe like that's a bit odd. Is it on your end, Demon Carol? Because it does say that you're speaking. Hold on, I might have to check the actual YouTube itself. It does say that you're speaking.
Just gonna unmute the stream and see.
Better than later. Oh, Demon Carol. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Okay, it seems like we've sorted the issue.
Yeah, I can hear myself.
It took a while. Okay, cool. Okay, good. I'm glad that's sorted now. But hello, Candy Sensei. Hello, Renee. How's it going, everyone? We got a couple topics today, so let's just get straight into it, and we can talk about. I asked Espiritu to pick three underrated animes, that are classics. Dare I say, underappreciated gems. I have three picks. Maybe one may be a joke pick. You never know, or I may have four. Who knows? But I'm making myself smaller as we talk about the first topic. So, the first topic of today, it will be about the AI translation. So, this is an article. Japanese government consider providing subsidies for AI translation overseas sales generations to companies like. I'm sorry. Do you know this company, which is Shueisha? I will actually.
Yeah, believe so. I'll just double check it, but if it's what I think it is, uh, Shueisha, yes, it's Manga Plus.
Okay. All right. And Crunchyroll. So, Crunchyroll, Crunchyroll, Crunchyroll. They're always fun, aren't they? So, uh,
Yeah, so they produce magazines, mangas, picture books, light novels.
all right. So pretty. So they're pretty well established then.
Yeah.
Okay. The Japanese news reported on Thursday that the Japanese Ministry of Economy, Trade, and Industry is considering providing subsidies of 11.5 billion yen, about 71 million US dollars, to 15 eligible media companies, aiming to increase overseas sales. These subsidies would aim to encourage the companies to utilize generative AI to translate their works. The subsidies would also facilitate growth and events outside of Japan. Um, so I'm in two minds of like the whole AI thing because on the one hand, I hope there's a lot more oversight, but it also gets rid of a lot of the current localizers that are slowly just not really doing well at localizing, let's just say.
I think AI makes sense if it's being done by the Japanese studios and publishers, but if it's done by Crunchyroll, then it's just going to be done the same sloppy way, where they're just going to end up trying to sneak in some stupid reference or some political agenda.
Mm, because yeah, in this next following paragraph, Crunchyroll is named. Uh, Meti has yet to announce the 15 companies. However, the Japanese news expects them to go towards companies like Suisha, uh, Kodansha, Square Enix, and NTT Solmare for manga, Crunchyroll, and Bandai Namco Holdings for anime, and others in the music, gaming, and live action sectors. So they're not just limiting it to manga, but also anime, and they're trying to get a widespread and live action too. That's that's gonna be interesting because if they get into live action, they're going to try and do the whole AI dubbing. And have you seen some of the AI dubbing?
It's funny because the AI, like the meme AI dubs that I see on YouTube are substantially better than the ones that are done by studios. Because the
Hmm.
studio ones are really clunky and really rigid and awkward. But then you see like the the meme ones on YouTube, and they're like great. They're amazing. So I just feel like they use really shit software.
Yeah, because did you end up seeing the No Game No Life AI dub?
Yeah, the one that Amazon did.
Yeah, I watched that and I was like, What is this?" It was a weird sort of like out of body experience because I have seen that show subbed and dubbed. So seeing the AI version, it sort of like was really jarring for me.
This is why I love having the physicals, because I'm like, I don't have to deal with that problem.
Dude, I want a physical of No Game No Life, but I wasn't able to get it.
I might have an extra copy of the movie.
Ah, you see that I've seen that. I have seen that go around for a bit. So like
I'll just give you the extra copy. I got it from a bag from Shin Tokyo.
well, I'd happily accept it. Thank you. Hold on, who sent that? Uh Candid Scales. It's me, Candy. Oh, okay. I'm having issues sending super chats in my other account. Anyways, have you heard of Death Battle, the internet series on YouTube? You mean like where they take two characters and they make them battle and all that? Because I've seen a couple of their shows, which they're pretty good, but some of them can spark a lot of outrage. For example, Superman versus Goku. I've
Yeah, but
seen that.
everyone knows Goku's stronger.
Okay, all right, okay. I'm
I don't
sorry.
I don't have any stock in that argument. I just like saying it.
I know you. I know, but like as a Superman fan, that triggered me. I was like, ooh, ooh, okay.
It's like doing what are the ones that Iron Man gets always compared to?
Batman.
Yeah, it's like Iron Man versus Batman. It's just like it's such a bad comparison, but it's just funny to see people try and argue it.
Well, the reason why it's because they're two billionaires. That's why.
Yeah.
Which is always funny. It's like, okay, what's the reasoning? Oh, they're rich. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So it later goes on to finish off with the Japanese media companies incurred piracy-related losses of 5.7 trillion yen, about was it 35 billion? Yeah. Damn, that is a lot of money. In 2025, up from the 2 trillion yen in 2022. The losses total up to 10.4 trillion yen when including similar forms of infringement for related merchandise. The subsidy programs intends to bring up overseas subscription numbers from 100 million to 300 million from the chosen companies. METI aims to triple overseas sales to 20 trillion yen with programs by year 2033. The Prime Minister administration is investing in the content industry among one of the chosen 17 fields. I mean, a lot of people pirate because, well, it's because a lot of the like it's really expensive for like anime and all that. Cause like I'm trying to watch some shows and like through legal means, and it's like you can't get some of these. Like I wanted to watch the Ninja Scrolls animated series because they made a movie back in the day and they made a follow-up series. And I can't watch that on Crunchyroll, I don't believe, or High Dive. I have to like go and like to a pirate website to find it because there's a lot of animes out there that is lost media and all that. And it's like, well, piracy wouldn't happen if, we had like, I don't know, physical related product, like an animated like DVD box set or something like that. But we don't have that anymore. We have streaming sites.
Yeah. That's the biggest problem. That's why I always hate when they start removing physical copies that they start selling, because they always do like a limited run of physical sellings.
I pirate because woke localizers suck balls. You know what? That's fair. That's another thing too, is that a lot of these localizations, they try to just appeal to the West rather than just being as truthful to the original source material as possible. Like, it's really unfortunate that. Try watching Pokemon all in one place. Yeah, I know. Like in Australia, I think Netflix is slowly rolling out season by season of One Piece. I think it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is like I think it's nearly up to the latest like arc when it comes to One Piece because they have the live action series, which that actually I might just bring that up a little bit. That actually the live action series wrapped filming on season 3, like about half an hour or so before we went live. Well, it just popped up. And yeah, so One Piece is still very popular and it's got a successful live action series. Now, is it as successful as it would have been if it was a weekly? Don't know, but you know, One Piece is a very popular show, both in animation, which is getting a remake, manga, obviously, and live action. I don't think the live action will go any further past season 4 or 5 because the age wise.
Netflix is a pain. Mainly because when they bring something to their platform, they try and make a fucking live action out of it, and I hate that. They tried to do it the gambling anime. I was like, so bad.
Dude, that Death Note one, like it was it was painful. Like the only good thing, Willem Dafoe, the rest, oh my lord. And then didn't your buddy like shill for it? I say buddy, he's your favorite YouTuber.
That was one of my first ever videos I did, which I don't have up anymore, where he was shilling for it, and I was just calling him out on it. Because I knew when he shilled for that anime, that live action, I was like, you're just doing it because you want a Netflix sponsorship, which he got. So it was clear that he was just shilling for it for the sponsorship.
Oh, joy. And it's just such a shame that a lot of content creators is like, okay, I'm going to shill for a product that I mean, it's obvious it's gonna be bad, and then when they finally get it, it's like, okay, congratulations, you got your bag. Well done. And it's just such a shame. I will say though, from what I've been hearing, like the One Piece show in live action is actually, from what I hear, not too bad. But like the small changes to like race swaps and all that, it's like, yeah, people are not really too happy about it.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of these live actions when they're done by Westerner studios is they do unnecessary race swaps and they make them look all stupid and just dorky and yeah, it's funny because if they did it to a black character, they would lose their shit if they made it a white character. But as soon as they do it to like the opposite, they're like, "Oh no, that's perfectly fine," even though we made the character like completely different and stereotypical.
Yeah, it's just such a shame because I'm like, well, what if we change this black man to an Asian man? That would be racist, but we change the Asian character to a black man
I
or
feel like One Piece live action has probably been the best so far for sticking to close to like the mark on things.
well, from what I gather, like they made some minor changes to season 2. And like this is behind the scenes drama, so it is rumor, but from what I hear that the more the shows went on, because like apparently they lost the showrunners in between season 1 and 2 from the first season, and apparently it's been an uphill battle and they're slowly losing control over the show because Netflix is trying to push more of their politics, their ideologies
Um,
into it.
and that's the thing I was concerned about was how long would it last like that? Because that isn't an uncommon thing to happen with some of Netflix's stuff and even like Disney example. They start off good and then as time goes on it gets worse. Like The Witcher is a great example of that. Like The Witcher had its problems in the first season and then within the second and the third it just went downhill because they just kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
Yeah, I really liked the first season of The Witcher. It had its flaws because of the whole time thing, but the second season, they did push more of their modern ideology into it, and then the writing was just inconsistent. And they also, there was this one sequence where you can totally tell that it was the writer just being absolutely like fed up with the fans who criticized their work, and like, that's why I'm really worried about, like, the live action of One Piece because I don't wanna get into it, and then, like, by the end of it, it's like, "Nah, it's a terrible show."
It's like The Boys as well. The Boys was a good example of that because it started off pretty decent with the story,
Mm.
and then a couple of season ends, it just goes completely political.
I would say that it was like the first season, it had like very much a tinge of like we're going to poke fun of the right, but also still maintain a good solid writing foundation.
Yeah.
And then like season two, it's like, okay, do you like do you like good writing? Do you criticize bad writing? You're a Nazi. It's like, okay, thank you very much for that. I really appreciated that. Um, but yeah, it's a weird thing with translating stuff to like streaming shows now because they have the budget, and they have massive amount of budgets, but they don't like the source material, which you can feel the disdain for some of these shows and all that. Like Cowboy Bebop. Have you seen the live action show for it?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It was rough. And then the actress went out, and that's another thing. When actors and actresses and show creators attack the fans, like listen, even if there are quote, really terrible fans out there, you do not bring that up. You just say, hey, listen, there was a couple bad eggs, but you know what? Overall, the fandom has been pretty good, and they've been very warm and accepting for me. Thank you very much, Candy Sensei. They call you a Nazi because they want you to be one. I mean, listen, I'm a classic normal guy. I don't associate with that, but that being said, whatever pays the bills.
Hey, I might be a sexist, I might be a racist, I might be an egotistic goon lord, but I am not a Nazi.
Preach, preach, preach. That's my co-host. He's always there in what he believes.
Exactly. I am racist to everyone equally. Does that really make me racist? Probably not, but I still like to identify as a raging racist.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, it's pretty based in 2026.
It is. It is.
But let's get on with the second topic, shall we? Which is Persona. Um,
You know
so
what's funny? They just announced a collab with Nikkei with Persona.
yeah, Persona has been like it's been really hot now because with the announcement of a bit more of the gameplay reveal of Persona 4, Revival, Persona 6. There was the COD Mobile Persona collab, and now the Nikkei one. So a live action Netflix show is in development. Now, I usually give everything the benefit of the doubt. Usually. But in the case of this, as soon as I saw the showrunner, I immediately thought, oh god, this is going to be awful. So, Netflix is developing a live action series based on the Persona franchise, video game franchise. Christopher Monfett is attached to write the adaptation in addition to serving as executive producer and showrunner. Sean Levy, Dan Levine, and Robert Atwood of 21 Laps will be executive producing alongside Dimitri M. Johnson, Michael Lawrence, and Goldberg, and Timothy I. Stevenson via Story Kitchen. So this has got a couple of names attached to it. Sean Levy being a big one. He's done the Stranger Things show. He's also done Deadpool and Wolverine. He's done a lot of financially successful stuff. The showrunner, Christopher Monfett, he's produced one of my least favorite shows in one of my favorite franchises. So I'm a big Star Trek nerd, and he did the first season of Star Trek Picard, and that was honestly, it was a woke disaster. It was a woke disaster. So when I heard this, I was like, oh god, what have they done? Um, So it says here Netflix has declined to comment. However, Persona has recently has proven to be a wildly popular RPG franchise which the plot varies game to game. They typically focus on Japanese high school students who must go through normal daily routines and build and maintain friendships while also dealing with supernatural threats. You haven't played Persona, have you?
No, but I do know a lot about it.
Can we bully him into like playing it? I, I, dude, you'll have a fun time. Come on, man. I need to poke you into getting it.
Maybe.
Come on, dude.
Maybe.
It's fun. You get to be a high schooler. You get to
And then bang a
romance,
teacher.
bang a teacher. You get to bang anyone you want except for dudes because, that's just gay and we don't like that.
Exactly.
We're all straight white men until proven guilty. And yes, Razor, I agree. He should play it. He should play it. Because I've played Persona 4. I've played Persona 4 and Persona 3, but have mainly I've mainly played Persona 5 because that was my entry point into the game franchise, and it was pretty damn fun. Also, I think my PC froze for a second. Oh wait, there we are. Yeah. But I do recommend Persona, dude. So it's just a fun game. It's a fun high school game, and each game feels like its own. It feels like a series of an anime. But yeah, I am a bit worried because Sega and Atlas, sometimes like they've been trying to push certain agendas and certain things. So yeah. Also, Cal sent 6-7 joules. You know what you must do. Hold on, I gotta make you bigger. There we go.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I made you bigger. Hopefully, we could see it.
Oh! 6, 7.
There you go, chat. He did the thing. He did the thing. He
I
did the
did the thing.
thing.
I feel like Bart Simpson now. Do
See
the
the
thing.
say the line, Bart. 6, 7. Yay!
Hey!
But yeah, there was also the gacha game Persona 5, the Phantom X, which was made for the Chinese. But yeah, there's and here's the thing though. I think Netflix's animes have actually been pretty good. Cyberpunk Edge Runners is a good example of that. Which they actually dropped a trailer for season 2. I'm actually really excited for the show. Yeah,
It'll
so
be interesting to see because they don't have all the old cast in Cyberpunk 2.
yeah, so it's going to be like a completely separate series. So I think what they might do is an anthology series. So season 1 is its own thing, season 2 is its own thing, season 3 will be its own thing if they do continue that. But the thing is though is that season 2 is going to be heavily compared to season 1, which that show swept up the Crunchyroll Awards. I mean, who gives a shit, honestly, but that was like the big name of that season.
I think no matter what they produce, it will never be good enough. But as long as it's good, that's all that matters.
I mean, if it is good, a lot of people will latch onto it. I think people will still be like, "Oh, it's not as good as season 1," but I do think if it's good, it'll be it'll it'll allow Netflix to be like, "Okay, let's do another season and keep it an anthology series."
They should have just pulled something out of their ass and brought back Rebecca.
I mean, they probably should have in order to like get the views. It's like, okay, but then they do run the risk of, well, we're gonna undo the things that came before, so
Yeah.
they'll probably clone her. Although they do have that mind chip thing, so they could probably bring her back in the universe of Cyberpunk as like an AI thing. but yeah, basically, it essentially just the rest of it is just establishing their credentials and all that. And honestly, like the showrunner has written for shows like 12 Monkeys, which is a pretty decent sci-fi show. Picard season 1, yay. And then like 911, like like have you oh my god, it's one of those like generic week to week sort of cop shows or like this ambulance show. I don't know. It's one of those like formulaic shows, and I feel like they're going to do that with Persona, and it's just I can't handle it, dude. I can't handle it. They're going to butcher like a franchise.
No, 9/11. I'm actually planning to watch that.
Okay, from what I hear, it's essentially just a like a cop sort of show, week to week sort of thing.
Mm.
Which um, but like I don't know, man. Like Netflix, have they actually ever made anything like of substance when it comes to like appealing to the Japanese sort of market? Like outside of Cyberpunk and like I guess the One Piece live action, because the rest it just comes across as like we're trying to do more, we're trying to appeal to Japan but also make it our own, and it's sort of failing.
I feel like when Netflix has complete control over something, it completely flops. When they're being restricted, that's when things seem to be better.
Yeah, because then you have a bit more creativity going through it and all that. So I kind of understand that. Gives them some restrictions, but yeah, we're kind of blasting by these topics because yeah, these are just came out a couple of days ago or so. Um, but let's move on to something a bit more lighthearted, but also tragically heartbreaking. Rent a Girlfriend. Um, so we just got
I
over.
I feel like doing the thing from Breaking Bad. You keep getting away from this.
You can't keep getting away with this. Um,
Ugh.
yeah. So, Rent a Girlfriend, the anime is uh it's getting it's getting a sixth season. Now I can name off a couple of shows that just did not get a a, a sixth season, let alone a fifth. Uh, a lot of good shows. DxD, one of my favorite shows. It's a classic. Data Live technically ended with 5 seasons. It's getting an epilogue, but technically, Rent a Girlfriend is going to get more seasons than that. Um, I I don't know what to say, dude.
We should refer to it as Goy Slop now, because apparently that's a slur.
Oh my god, I did hear about that. It is peak Goyslop, I guess.
For now on, Rent a Girlfriend will be referred to as Goy Slop.
Frickin' Rent a Girlfriend. How does this have 6 seasons? Thank you very much, Candy Sensei. I don't know.
I do.
You do? Tell us. Is it because
Sorry.
he has blackmail?
There are a lot of anime fans that are cucks.
Oh god.
It's just simple as that. It's just science. It's just science. Men have become too much like cocks. I mean, look at the VTubing community. This is like imagine of what technically one of the characters is technically a content creator, but still, just imagine the main girl being a VTuber, and him being one of the simps, one of the many moderators,
Oh
or
god.
tier 5 membership members.
unfortunately, my headphones broke today because of my naughty cat, so I can't hear your voice. It would be great if you could respond through chat instead. All right, well, thank you very much, Jeffrey. So, sorry about the whole Twitch thing, because I do like to support on Twitch side, but great of you to join. NTR is popular for a reason. Demon Carol.
I mean,
What?
they are right. NTR is popular, but I don't get why it's popular.
Um, I don't know why either. Is it because you're getting like is it because they want to self-insert as the muscly guy? But then the self-insert character is getting cocked.
Yeah, it's not that. It's yeah, they for some reason some men like being cocked. I don't get why, but apparently that is something.
Is that something that you've experienced before?
Surprisingly, no. Well, I've never participated in being cocked. I mean, it doesn't mean that I haven't had a chick be an absolute douchebag and sleep around, but not by my knowledge, and that relationship ended very quickly, so
Yeah, probably all the more for it. Probably better for it then, if that's the case. Okay, Demon Carol elaborates. Depends on the type of NTR. I
yeah, demon, educate us. I'd like to hear the pearls of wisdom of NTR
Yeah, dude,
knowledge.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm actually curious. It's like, so, Demon Carol, explain NTR for us. Like, what is the different type? Is it reason? Is it because you prefer that the woman is NTRing like an a guy? Is it the reverse thing? You're gonna need to explain to us, buddy, because I cannot justify it. Um, but it's getting a sixth season. It's going to adapt the manga's Cohabitation arc. Is this the arc after the one where he's in the water and he has a massive freaking boner by getting like NTR'd?
I thought that was in season 5.
Yeah, I thought the water one is the season 5 arc where he has the massive boner in the water. Like it's
I've
just
not kept up with the anime, but I do know a fair bit about the manga.
well, I do know a fair bit about the manga through just memes and like what's being shared around. For example, I know that later on, Chizuru rejects. Uh, what was it? The female character Chizuru? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She rejects the main guy, and then he has like a fucking makeover, and then the story actually progresses because he looks like the author, and it's just
Yeah.
become that.
It's really funny because so many people are like, "Oh, actually, he's always looked that way," and actually they don't look the same. And I'm like, dude, compare the photos side by side. It's literally a self-insert for the writer, and then the writer outright admits it, and they're like, "Oh, so," and it's just like, "Oh my god, you people just need to admit that the writer's been weird."
The writer is just being weird. It's it is just a weird self insert, but like to confirm it himself, it is very like uh it's very icky. I don't like it. Um but yeah, the fifth season ended. Which didn't that have like two cores? Yeah, it says here announced the second core. It had two cores. It had 24 episodes. Is that what I'm seeing?
Let me check. Rent a. So season 1 was 1 core, season 2 was 1 core, season 3 was 1 core, season 4 was 1 core, season 5 was 1 core.
Oh, thank God. So essentially, okay, so I guess in this case, it's season 4 was a core, and then later on, like a little later, they just did season 5 as a core. Okay, all right. I'm a little better now because I thought it was like season 5 was 24 episodes. In which case,
But
I
the
was
distance
like
between the seasons is very short. Like, they're pumping these out yearly.
yearly. Oh shit.
Because it's like season 1 came out in like 2020, season 2 came out in 2022, and season 3 came out in 2023, season 4 came out in 2025, and then season 5 2026. So they've compressed it down to almost a yearly release. So I'd say you'll probably get it like late next year, season 6.
Fuck. Well, I know that Rent a Girlfriend is going to like if they're gonna keep pumping this out, I know that people are going to be talking about uh the one where Chizuru rejects the main character and then the makeover bit. Those are the only two times I can see it being talked about again. And it's
Yeah,
just
it's, I just don't get the appeal.
me neither. I honestly don't get the appeal, and for some reason, it has a lasting appeal. For
I
some
find it funny
fucking
because
reason.
if he changed his appearance and then suddenly she starts to like him, then that means she's superficial and only liked him based on his appearance rather than his personality, which means
She liked him for his money. Like,
yeah,
that's pretty much it. And then, listen, the main character, he dressed nice, he took her out on a date, he wasn't weird in the slightest. He actually just tried to treat her nicely. And then she rejects him because she doesn't want to love him at that moment because she would rather be doing her own business. Like, explain to me how this is like explain to me how she is a strong independent character, female character when she does that. It,
yeah.
uh,
I think someone worked out the amount of money that he's actually given to her, and it was like a ridiculous amount.
I know. Let me tell you, I saw that and I was like, my god, that grandma is rolling in her grave as soon as she dies. Like, if I was that grandma, I'd be like, nah, son, I'll bitch slap you. Um, because goddamn, that I saw the amounts and it was like what 200,000 or something. Funny to think, Rent a Girlfriend and Danmachi are tied in number of seasons. Brother,
It's true.
brother, ain't no way. Hold on, we've had we've had 5 seasons of Danmachi, and there's 5 seasons of Rent a Girlfriend, and there's going to be 6 seasons of Danmachi, right?
Technically, Dharmachi's had more episodes in some of their seasons,
Yes,
though.
because I know that season 4 was split into two, right?
So with Dharmachi, I'll just get the proper name up so I can get all the numbers properly.
Also, Candy Sensei says he spends $250,000 on her.
It's probably more now that, but yeah, it's around that.
Holy
So
fuck,
season
man.
1 is 13 episodes, season 2 12, season 3 12, season
4 was 16, right? 16, 17?
so season 4 is 11, season 5 is 15.
15, okay.
And then
Right.
season 6 we don't know.
Okay. Yeah, so there are a lot more episodes than
But might I add, the anime is trying to not get too close to the light novel releases because yeah, the light novels don't release as often as say like a manga, which seems to be weekly for Rent a Girlfriend.
Mm. I can totally see that because like a lot of these animes, they have to like slowly churn them out at times because the creators, when it comes to like their writing, they haven't like finished it. Like I know that is it the author of Overlord? He's on his final like volume, like last
Final
two,
two.
yeah, final two, and like I don't think
There's
he's
two that he hasn't adapted or hasn't been adapted into an anime yet.
yeah, so they're probably gonna wait that out.
Yeah, they will.
Mm.
Though the last two volumes that came out were trash.
That bad?
Yeah, they were horrible.
I haven't read it because like I've only watched the anime. I need to
Oh, the
yeah.
anime will probably skip a bunch of stuff, but it was the most rushed, but also padded out volumes.
Mm. Because I actually I recently acquired the light novels through an Overlord fan, a huge Overlord fan. She's a great friend of the channel. She's a great friend of your channel.
She probably got it from the same place everyone else does.
What Reddit?
Yeah, there's a Reddit and a Discord server.
She got it through. I mean, she got a Google Drive, so I got the Google Drive. But yeah,
Yeah, it's basically it's a link on Discord and Reddit that have a Google Drive for it. It's a fan translation.
yeah, because I got a although I did see that we had light novels at Shin Tokyo,
Yes, finally.
which those are the official ones. Which I'm like, ooh, should I bite the gun and get them? Because I do love physical copies.
I got mine from a bookstore online.
Nice, nice. But listen, I was going to go straight into the underrated animes, but I thought we could talk about we can watch a video that a content creator put out about a couple of days ago, and it's about romance anime. He's a YouTuber that you certainly have had words with, and you probably know who he is. I will share the screen, but you're probably gonna like this video. I say like, I think you may not like.
I was gonna say, is it Giga?
What? No.
That's only because I can see the other screen.
Oh my gosh, your video's gone. What the hell? Sorry, guys. For some reason, he's gone. There we go. Yeah, it's just the OBS thing. Hmm. Yeah, is there screen shared?
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, it's the current state of romance anime. Now, you know Guguk, he's one of these fans where he's watched so much romance anime that it's come to the point where the only thing that makes him feel something when it comes to anything is, of course, dumb trash like Rent a Girlfriend and all these animes that just romance animes that just honestly are terrible. Like they lose their they're not about actual good romances. They're just about just fueling fire, essentially. So I'm going to
gamers.
of course he's got a sponsored segment. Good to know. So I'm gonna zoom myself down and zoom you down, and then we can get into the video. So this is going to be fun. I haven't seen a Giga video for ages. Well, we're going to get into his latest video, which is on the current state of quote-unquote vanilla romance. Which this should be fun.
Hey you! Who, me? Are you a shy slash socially awkward nerd who may or may not be cripplingly addicted to anime?
That's me, guys. That's me. I'm addicted to anime, especially romance animes. Hooray!
Yay!
Yes? Are you looking for a girl that's popular, charming, and attractive, but also
I saw that.
has a secret side where she likes the same things you do? How does he know? Are you still a teenager in high school? Well, why not try your local romance anime where we
Hey, let me tell you, I may not be a teenager in high school, but I have the mentality of a teenager in high school, which is to goon
Exactly.
and just live life to the fullest by not living life at times and just spending all of my money on anime.
have all the hot single girls in your area looking for a shy, lonely nerd today? Where do I sign up? The romance genre
Wow, great joke. Thank you, Giga, for that.
is an absolute staple of anime and manga, and you know why we watch it. The love triangles, the hand-holding, the
Okay, I don't watch it for love triangles. I just want a good romance, you know, between two characters that love each other. Is that so hard when it comes to romance anime? Is that so hard, really?
Yes. It's also a crime.
Yes, it is a crime to actually want good romances. I'm sorry. My mistake, guys.
first confession, the drama. This is why we keep coming back to
I haven't seen Naruto. Is that an actual thing where Naruto and Sasuke kiss?
I have not watched enough of that show to know.
Because I only know a little bit of it, like early on, because of the bridge sort of arc, and that was pretty much it for my Naruto isms. I had a girlfriend who was obsessed with it, but that was the extent of my knowledge of Naruto, really. So, I guess Naruto has kissed Sasuke. I did not know this.
time and time again. And look, if you're a regular viewer, you probably know the types of romances that I tend to gravitate towards.
Yeah, Giguk. I think we know. I think we know. Also, School Days, my least favorite fucking anime of all time. I hate that show with a burning passion.
I have not watched it.
I only know, like, okay. Do you know of the meme of Nice Boat?
Yeah, I've seen the meme.
Yeah. That's the only good thing that came out of it. The rest is a protagonist who sleeps around with every single woman, and it's honestly like I felt really uncomfortable watching it. I was like, I do not like this at all. He was such a piece of shit. I was like, no, dude. And then he gets murdered horribly. So
So he's basically just a gender-bended version of VTubers.
yes. Except the thing is though, is that if that was the case, I doubt if it was a VTuber, I doubt they would get as brutally murdered as. But then again, I could be wrong. I don't know, guys. But you shouldn't ever sleep around and then stick your dick in crazy to the point where she fakes being pregnant. And then that woman eventually, and then the guy's girlfriend at the time then cuts her open to confirm if she's pregnant. Yeah, School Days. Just play the visual novel. It's got better porn.
That's right, the respectable ones. But recently there's been a subgenre that has emerged that has dominated the entire space that I've been struggling to find a name to properly describe. It's been called a lot of things, but the best I can come up with right now is the modern romance power fantasy. You know,
Would you?
So now he's gone from dunking on too many isekais to dunking on too many romances.
It's gotten to that point, hasn't it? Because you know, everyone's moved on from the isekai dumping. Everyone's moved on to it.
I love the trend of I'm going to currently dunk on everything that's currently trending arc, which is exactly what entire Gigat's arc is
Mm-hmm.
in his entire career.
I mean, like he started off as like the isekai slop guy, and then he just slowly became into I'm slowly starting to turn on anything. And I bet you as soon as manhwa, like the manhwa animes come out, he's going to turn on the regression power fantasy arc, which he catapulted because a couple videos ago, I remember actually he was the one who got me into manhwas because he was pushing solo leveling and all these manhwas, Korean comics. So as soon as that becomes popular, I bet he's going to like turn on it and he's like, guys, I actually think there's too much of this. Why could this? How can this be popular? And it's like, well, you catapulted it, mate.
It's the one where you have the guy.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, he is a bit of an idiot. I mean, listen, I actually really like Bond. I know that you have issues with it. For me, I really enjoyed it. But I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest anime of all time. It really got to me, watching it. But then again, I wanted more of the guy's story because that was more fascinating than the girl's story, which the girl's story was essentially, I, I'm I'm going away from my fantasy world to the normal homeland thing, and that was pretty much it. That's
Which
the
anime
extent
was
of it.
that?
Ban.
What was
Like
Barn again?
I was referring to his anime, Guguk's anime, which is
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I just too much happened in too short of a time. I get the symbolism that he was trying to push, but it was just like I don't know.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I was like, if I was like going to make this, there's so many ideas in here, and he had to cram it into an 18-minute short film, which is
Yeah,
ambitious, but like a lot of these a lot of the ideas, I'm like, I wanted more of it, and I even said it in my because I did a review of it like when it came out. I really loved it. It really got to me, but I was like, I think I said in my review, I was like, I wanted more of it. That was my issue with it.
yeah.
Um,
That's my issue. Was just it felt too short, and I get why it was short, but at the same time, it was just like
But yeah, I guess it's because he's made his own anime. That he can like he can just critique any anime and be like, ah, I'm sick of this genre now. It's like, yeah, but some of us we don't have the luxury of having thousands of dollars where we can pick and choose what anime. Sometimes we just want to sit back and enjoy slop, quote unquote slop. I love me some isekai, slop, and hey, the romance genre. There are some pretty bad ones out there, but you know what? I love them. I love them.
And he's the quiet guy who's probably a nerd and likes anime. I wonder who that's meant to represent. And he has a thing for the popular girl in class, and sometimes she's blind, and sometimes she's Russian, and sometimes she's his sister. And I don't
the sister ones are the best.
I know, right? It adds a bit of spice to it. Actually, no, I can't say that. I have a sister, so never mind. I shouldn't say that.
See, I don't have a sister, so I'm safe.
Oh, goody. I love hetero slop. You know what, Candy Sensei? I agree. Hetero slop is honestly best slop. It is peak slop.
want you to take this the wrong way, because as a seasoned isekai connoisseur, just because I call something a power fantasy doesn't mean it's inherently bad or can't come with great writing and well-written characters. Like, I really enjoyed Nagatoro. Dress Up Darling was amazing as well.
Again, I like Nagatoro. I really like that. I know that Chibi Reviews really enjoys that. I don't know why he really likes it. Maybe it's because the girl just berates the guy a lot, but secretly loves him, so maybe that's why. But for me, I think Nagatoro, like at the beginning, it was a bit of a hurdle for me to actually getting to like her by the end of season 2, because that first amount of insults, I was like, I don't know if I like her.
Yeah, it's a hit and miss type show.
Well, and then they started making more and more. All right, we're still going. Okay, there's still more. Okay, that's good.
Okay, hold on. Okay, time out, Giga, time out, because I saw one of the shows you put on there. So you put on there The Dangers in My Heart. Didn't Giga put that on like his top 6 anime? Like it was number 6 in his like top animes of the year. So if that's there, why put that on the list, Giguk? Is it in the hands of your editor? Is that the reason for? Wouldn't you go over and like say, "Hey, listen, I really like this anime. Maybe pluck that out."
I honestly think there is a disconnect between his editor and him, but I also just think generally he's probably stupid. He probably watched it as well just to double check, and I just think he doesn't care.
Yeah,
I think he just says whatever's popular at the time to say.
because I remember watching his video like best best animes of the year, and like one of them, like number 6, if I remember correctly, was Dangers in My Heart. So why is that here? And I'm pretty sure that same editor worked on that video because he has the same editor. Also,
Yeah, I don't know.
thank you, Candy Sensei, for the tier 1 sub on Twitch side. Dude, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate the love on the Twitch side. But yeah, like I feel like if I was like a big content creator, I would try and like be a bit more consistent with the videos I produce, especially when it comes to his videos, he puts them out like not as much as he used to because he's so focused on Trash Taste and all these other you know, ventures as it were.
I would think someone of his size would be able to make sure that there aren't those kind of errors. But again, I just think he kind of just says whatever sounds good at the time.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, again, The Dangers in My Heart is one of my favorite romance animes. It's like up there for me. And guess what? It is quote unquote hetero slop. It is part of this genre that he is going to deep dive into. Now, I haven't seen this video, so I can only assume that based off this, he's going in with a axe to grind. But again, I don't know. This is just the opening minute and a half, but already I'm just like, I don't like where this is going. I'm bi. I like hetero slop and gay slop. Well, Candy Sensei, I'm glad you like your hetero and gay slop. For me, I'm a hetero slop guy.
Good, I think we're good now. Okay, we're still going. Okay, that's more. That's good. I'm good. That's enough slices. I thought the trend was going to peak a while ago, and yet somehow, some way, it is only getting more popular. I mean, just look at the.
Oh, I did get a heads up on this. I think he is gonna talk about 3 animes this season though, because I think a friend of mine sent me this video, and he did tell me that he talks about 3 animes that came out in the previous season. My money on the animes is going to be Gals Can't Be Kind to Otakus, and I think the other one is going to be the second prettiest girl.
Prettiest girl, yeah. I
Because
was
those
thinking the same.
because those are the most popular ones.
They are. What frustrates me is now he's complaining there's too much romance, and it's like, okay, so what it really comes down to, Giga, is you're just whining there's too much anime because you went from isekais to now romances. It's just like, just stop watching as much anime.
And another thing too is that a lot of people, when it comes like another reason why I think the East is doing really well in terms of like the genres they produce is that they give the wish fulfillment fantasy to males in the isekai genre with power fantasies, which they're not getting in the West. And then you have the romance genre, which is really I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of dead in the West because if you notice a lot of like movies, they don't have a lot of romance. Like I think the recent Supergirl movie, like the actress, she came out and said, "Oh, this movie is not about love," which I was like, okay, and I think that encapsulates a lot of like the West in a nutshell, where they're not trying to push like cult like international values, like in the sense of like core beliefs like love and romance and having that sort of power fantasies, having the male be the hero and all that. So when people go to anime, they see like Sung Jin Woo, who is this aura filled badass who is like all the girls want him and is such a badass. And then you have the romance genre, which you have an actual good romance between a male and female that actually are into each other, and there's no backstabbing involved. They're just two people in love, which honestly, that's what's lacking from the West now, which is why a lot of people are going to the East.
Yeah. I agree.
This season alone. And look, I'm gonna be real, a lot of these times I've glazed over these shows because most of the time they're always a bit too comfy, a bit too drama-free, not enough spice compared to the
Yes,
So he just wants degenerate stuff.
he just wants degenerate stuff. I mean, his favorite animes is literally Oromo, which is the sister romance one.
I think the reality is that he just wants things that he can make content out of. This
Yeah.
reminds me of a video I made a while ago, talking about the core issue of content creators, when your core value of consuming anime is less about enjoying anime and more about how you can make content out of it. You're no longer watching anime because you enjoy it, you're watching anime because it's your job, which is what I think the problem is with him. Is that he's not interested in animes that are good, he's interested in animes that will make good memes so that he can make meme videos out of them.
Like Domestic Girlfriend is one. Like
Yeah.
he got a lot of mileage out of that show. Hell,
yeah.
that was like one of my friends. He introduced me to Giga through that video. I thought it was funny, but like when I saw more of his content that was leaning in that that stuff, I'm like, is that all that he does? Like in terms of like getting out of an anime? And it's such a shame because I think that there are some animes that that deserve to be talked about, and he's a big content creator. He can make videos about them, but instead he goes for the low-hanging fruit, and sometimes they need to be plucked. But at other times, there are just so many good animes out there that aren't talked about, and with his size, it's like, why don't you make a video about that? But hey, he'd rather talk about this.
the romance anime I grew up with, but I needed to know why this has become such a dominating force in the space, so I thought I'd give it a
Because people want to be loved. They want to have a connection. They want a good romance between two good characters. Like, what else is there to say?
second chance because I needed to reacclimate to normal society after rewatching Scum's Wish. I picked 3 recent shows that have just kept showing up on my timeline.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Time out. Okay, this guy, right? He
I know
says
what the third one's gonna be.
I know what the third one is. It's on screen, and this motherfucker was the one who got me into the fucking thing. Cause he made a video of it, of the manga. So
Yeah.
what? Like, did you just forget, dude, my guy? I mean, hey, I guess so.
To see why this genre just doesn't seem to be going away. Are these as much of an unrealistic power fantasy as your standard isekai, just with a new lick of paint? Do I have
Oh, I saw the cheat skill anime. Peak anime, guys. If you have not seen it, we fully recommend it. That is honestly peak animation.
the wrong image of them? Are these shows doing anything new in a saturated genre? Is this the new template for the modern anime fan wish fulfillment show? But you know what is my ultimate power fantasy? Hitting my favorite.
Okay, it's a Zenless Zone Zero paycheck anime thing. We can skip past that.
Skip the ad. That will save us probably 60 minutes.
Hooray, because we're gonna just dissect it as to why you shouldn't do this.
Endless Zone Zero for sponsoring us today, and with that said, back to the video. Starting things off with Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku.
And there it is. It's the one that kicked off the hetero slop arc. And you know what? It's great. I love it. I love it.
Or can they? Okay, so I'll be completely real. Out of the 3 shows I watched, this was the one that came closest to playing out like the romance wish fulfillment playbook. Anime is
Okay, you're gonna have to explain. Because
romance is a wish fulfillment because let's be realistic here. The men lonely epidemic is real.
it is.
So any form of romance is a wish fulfillment, bro. We get it, you're married, and we get you flexing, but not everyone's married to a decently attractive woman that doesn't have her own area code attached to her hip line, that doesn't have fucking a rainbow attached to her fucking head, and doesn't have the ideology of mass murder going through her head 24/7.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing, because I'm just sort of like, yeah, romance now is a wish fulfillment, because some guys just want a good lady, and someone lazy out there, well, they're fucking insane.
been in a full-on Gyaru renaissance recently, and this time we got not one, but 2 of them at the same time. They seem
Honestly, Garus, they're pretty based. You know, sometimes, like, listen, anime Garus, they're pretty good. I did see those tanned chicks, like those really tanned chicks in Japan. You know, the ones that do that whole makeup thing, and I don't like them.
Yeah, they're weird.
They're very weird. Razor, women are nuts. I mean, yeah. Does Tony have a Discord server? Yes, I do have a Discord server, but it is behind a paywall. I learn from the best.
You know what's funny? You're the second content creator that's taken my advice on that.
Well, to be fair, who said it was you, dude? I'm sorry, dude.
I just assume I'm amazing, thank you.
No, I took my advice from a better content creator than you, and
I swear to God, if you say sin,
goddamn right, it's Cindy. Oh my God, that woman.
that fucking bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Whoa! Clip that, chat. Clip that. You see that? Clip that and send it to Cindy.
I hope she's
God.
okay. I haven't seen her on Leon's stream since that argument.
I know a bit of, well, I don't think it's anything to do with that. I think everything is okay on that front.
I just assume she's like really busy because I haven't seen her really online much.
She is busy. I know a bit about that. I can't say anything. If she wants to say it, she will say it. But I could probably tell you off stream.
I just don't bug her. That's the thing. So she'd probably tell me if I asked her.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, she has been really busy. But wait, she hasn't been on any of Leon's streams since then.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I was just like, either she wants a bit of a break or she's just really busy, and I'm just like, she's probably busy.
I did hear that, Demon Cow, that she did have some PC problems. I think she also worked out of.
See, if she was married to me, it wouldn't be a problem. There's a qualified IT technician here.
Okay, all right. Hold on, mate. Let's not do this, okay?
I like the way this whole reaction just went down the drain.
Hold on.
We're like, all right, we're back to fighting over City again.
Hold on, mate. Listen, I respect you like a brother. You know, we have some issues, but listen, you know, you have that passport chick, that green card chick. So just hold on there, buddy.
You know how many men are probably competing for that passport chick?
Yeah,
too many.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is that she actually offered. You have a chance, okay? Don't steal all the women away from us, mate.
I'll take one, but I need something concrete.
This is the most concrete thing you're gonna get, my guy. Come on.
It's like a slither, and it's like, take it.
Yeah, Cine causing bro fights again. Dude, Cine is like, listen, we have arguments over it. It wouldn't be the Goon Lord podcast without at least one segment dedicated to us fighting over Cine. That is just like an objective fact. Like
Yeah, it is true.
like literally every single time I've been in the chat of fucking Espiritu, we've literally just had a debate over Cine. It's literally how it's been since like the inception of like us.
That's how we became friends.
Exactly. Us becoming friends was literally because we had a mutual like love of Cine to the point of actually wanting to fight each other. It's peak stuff.
And then we're just like, yeah, a mutual respect for a love for one woman.
It is still fucking funny the fact that you know, when we first met IRL, I was like, "What's up, Espiritu?" And you're like, "Who is this guy?" Literally turns around with my fucking Cinevere shirt, and you're like, "It's the guy. It's the guy." Which
I defaultly always have to look and be like, okay, is this person planning to kill me, or are they a fan? Because I know I piss off enough people on the internet that I'm like, is someone gonna like try and shank me?
Dude, listen, the reason why I didn't shank you was because they, you know, the security took my weapon off me, so I had to just play it friendly and play it cool because that's how
You're
it
just
be.
waiting.
Exactly, dude. And listen, I had a shirt this time. I'll tell you what, next time I'll bring my jacket because I bought a jacket and a shirt from her. And a mug too. So
Well, there you go.
yeah, you know. I had some exclusive access. I was the first one to get it. So yeah, thank you, Cinevere, for that. You're an absolute doll, and I love you. Please marry me.
Seem like your stereotypical popular anime girls in class, except nah, not these girls. They're not like other girls, which must be true because the opening says so.
I'm not like those other girls you are used to.
Because
I love that song. I think the song's really catchy.
It's a good song. You know, it was funny. I was going to reply to something Razor said, and we went so far off tandem. So far off tandem.
Well, Razor says Cine is my boo. We'll throw hands.
Oh, now we've got another one in the lot.
Okay, hold on.
Razor's comment was women are nuts, and I was going to say, well, you know all about that because of all the bloody ranting I've done to you over the last like couple of days.
Yeah, that sounds about right. And listen, Razor, she's a woman. She understands, and you know, I guess she wants to, you know, join in on the fight. But I don't think Cine swings that way. So I'm sorry, Razor. You lose by default. It's not by us. It's literally by Cinevere's standards.
Cinevere likes men.
Exactly. Razor's a woman, so
Man.
yeah.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah, Razor's a girl.
Oh, I was going to come up with some like demeaning joke about being a cucked man.
No. Razor is a lady.
Okay.
And, so don't worry. So she automatically loses. She's going to be in the cuck chair, like because she is a woman. She has to watch us fight over it. Demon Carol says Cine is aggressively straight. I agree with that.
you see, one of them is secretly a nerd who's into anime stuff, which is exactly like every other anime girl.
Yeah. What did you expect, Giga?
My guy. Are we really doing this?
Oh my god, I can't believe this story about a nerdy girl is about a nerdy girl.
I mean, call me crazy, guys, but you know, sometimes it's a fantasy, and there are women that actually like anime. I dated a girl in high school that really liked anime. Call me crazy. Absolutely
Let's
wild.
just be real. Women do not exist on the internet. Everyone is secretly a guy. So which means there is no such thing as women that like anime.
You know what's funny? That's pretty much the default, because like a lot of the girls in my chat, they're just sort of like, oh yeah, a lot of people assume that they're a guy until they say I'm actually a woman. And then it just blows their mind.
I mean, yeah. What do you expect statistically speaking? There's meant to be more men than women that like anime. I mean, I get VTubing's taking over, but I don't have much faith in the VTubing community when I've seen some of the women out there.
I don't think the women that are VTuber. I think some of the VTubers, call me crazy, Espiritu, but I think some of them are faking being anime fans.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty obvious. I think some of them are being gamers as well.
It's crazy, but I also think some of them, like some of these VTubers, might I don't know they might be doing stuff off screen that we can't see. That might be doing something. I don't know. Maybe they might be they they might be scratching something that is just weird.
This chair's quite squeaky.
Yeah, you might just have a bit of a issue, just something like that. It's crazy, it's wild. Oh my god.
Unlike those other girls you are used to.
And who's our protagonist this time? Of course, it's the shy, unpopular anime nerd, but from the get-go, he makes it clear that he's not like other otaku. Nuh-uh, he's different from every other otaku protagonist because he likes anime for girls.
Okay. Is that your critique of the show, Giguk?
It's like being shocked at a high school DxD fan watching it for the girls. What did you
Yeah.
expect?
Like, I know that there are guys watch Sailor Moon. That's a girl anime.
Giga, did you run this script through fucking ChatGPT? Because it's fucking shit.
Yeah. Like sometimes I do feel like that they have like a script that they have an idea of what they want to do for a video. They put it through ChatGPT to like write out the script, and then they just say, "Oh no, I it's actually my idea and all that." And when they get pushback on it, he hates heterosexuality, apparently. Apparently so. Apparently he does not like a man and a woman to actually be in a healthy, functional relationship.
I mean,
Not
I
like
only
those
need to
other.
look at his friends and then look at the fact that he's friends with Hassan.
Yeah, he's friends with Hassan. He's friends with that sort of side of the internet, which I'm just like, dude, you're not doing yourself any favors by putting him on your podcast. And it's just like Trash Taste is the golden goose that it's a golden cage for everyone involved. He's friends with retards. Yeah, essentially.
Otaku.
You are used to.
And what would you know, one of the other girls is also secretly into the exact same show he is. So, after building up the courage, he presses her about it.
Okay,
and they form
Giga, I'm going to give you story time. Okay?
Oh, okay. Story time.
One of the first conventions I went to, which was in the same location we're going to this weekend, because I cannot remember the fucking name of the place. One of the first
What, the
times I went
Showground
there,
Stadium?
I met a girl there. And we met on the train. It was with me, Ace, and Sam, and all that. And we met her, and I found out that she was into anime. Wow, what a shock! A woman's into anime, but she was into the
What?
exact same anime that I was into, which was Dance and the Vampire Bund. And we like sat on the train for like an hour talking about like Dance and the Vampire Bund. So it's like, Giga, it is possible that a man and a woman can like the same esoteric weird show, which, by the way, Dance of the Vampire Bund does not have a fucking community. It just doesn't exist. It's just like, it's a ghost. Like, you try and find anyone that likes a show, it's just like, doesn't exist on the internet. Yet we still get translations of the mangas.
But that can't be. That can't be, Espiritu. Don't you realize that cannot be? Two people
I know.
liking the same anime that are just secretly, that everyone just doesn't really talk about. That doesn't happen. That is a heterosexuality, heteroslop fantasy. You should be ashamed of yourself. Ashamed of yourself.
Yep.
Or in your case, wear it with pride.
Unlikely friendship. The other girl also gets involved, and they all start hanging out, bonding over nerd shit.
Okay, in this show, who do you prefer?
I like the brown haired girl.
Yeah, brown-haired girl's pretty good. She's pretty good.
Though, if brown haired girl wasn't there, I'd still slam the blondie.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're both great. But
Yeah.
like, pick and choose, brown-haired girl.
Yeah.
Then, of course, the two girls start developing feelings for him. Bada bing, bada boom, there are two Marin Kitagals in your room. It's a very recognizable.
Is that so wrong? Is that so wrong, Giguk?
Giga, are you going to complain about High School DxD and Data Live next?
I'm pretty
Oh my
sure.
god, I can't believe this romance has multiple women that are interested in the same guy. It's like, yeah, congratulations.
So
It's a story.
I know that DxD wasn't complained about per se, but I know that Data Live is complained about a lot on the Trash Taste podcast.
Oh, it is. It is. They constantly whinge about it. Apparently, it's a musical anime to Connor. Joey doesn't understand how it's so popular, but then
Yeah.
Joey doesn't know fucking jack shit about the anime community. What an ironic outcome there. Dude that lives in Japan, calls himself the anime man, doesn't know jack fucking squat about the anime community.
I know, crazy. And it is like funny because like I think Japan is like a lot of the animes that do well over in Japan, they don't like the international audience isn't really into it, or they just they don't. There's a bit of a non-connection because I know that a lot of these Japanese people that speak in Japanese, they love Sword Art Online. They prefer Sword Art Online over a lot of these shonen shows that a lot of people in the West, or at least the more westernized Japanese people, they prefer like Demon Slayer, all these other shonen shows. So there is a bit of a cultural disconnect where Sword Art Online and like all of these a lot more niche shows, I guess, are like specifically catered to Japan, like Data Live. Data Live doesn't really have much of an international audience, a lot, except for Kurumi fans, which fair enough. But then when it comes to say, Data Live in the Japan, it's huge. Like, I mean, it got a movie for Christ's sake, so they must be doing something right. Also, thank you, Kenny Sensei, again for the. I'm going to. What is it? 50p. Do you know what the currency is that Kenny Sensei has? Well, anyway, he says if he attacks DxD, he'd be destroyed by everyone, dude. You do not attack the DxD community. Those fuckers are rabid, and I am one of those rabid fans.
It's alright. The moderators of the DxD community don't even watch the anime or read the light novels.
Oh shit!
Shit, I know things.
Well, I mean, you've been around a lot, dude. You know all the deepest, darkest secrets of like everyone.
Oh, dude, I know way too much.
I mean, from
I
what
know
you
too
have,
much.
look, from what
You
you
get
told
me,
me,
you get me on a voice call and you start asking me about certain VTubers. I know shit that I should not know.
dude. Literally, what happened? Like after the stream, you're like, "Oh, I'll tell you after stream." I asked like one question, and you're like, "Dude, here's the lowdown," and you give me a full like paragraph of lore, an essay, and I'm just like, "Holy shit!" I'm not going near that one. I'm potentially going to try and hit that one up, but no. And you know which one that one is.
I can't even remember from last week.
Okay, it's a satanic one.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Or we might see that one.
Really?
Yeah, maybe this weekend. But I just never really pay attention to what they look like.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I am friends with
Perform
some of their friends.
Are any of their friends single?
No, I did try
Damn.
with one.
Damn. It's okay, Espiritu, I forgive you.
But that's been done so many times before, so that begs the question, am I really going to enjoy this show because we got not just one, but two Gyarus this time? Yes.
So he actually likes it.
I'm getting confused. He sounds like a woman.
So he did all that setup to be like, it's so by the numbers, it's this and that. Oh my gosh. He says he likes it.
Giga, I think your wife's rubbing on you too much.
Well, he's in Japan, so he's probably just like, that's the only English-speaking person he can actually talk to that isn't like in the management of the...
I mean, he hangs out with two other women too.
Oh yeah, my mistake, right. An Australian
Joey
woman.
and Connor.
Yeah, and a British woman. Although, you know, that one...
Technically, he's half Australian.
Well, he's half Australian, but, you know... Not in my eyes, he's not. He's gone too far into be Australian.
It's true.
The answer is yes. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm a simple man. I see two peak Gyaru designs with likable personalities in a show with great production values from your typical romance, and I'm gonna fuck with it. I mean, just look at his opening.
So yeah, he likes it. Also, thank you very much for dropping by, Candy. Have a good one, my dude.
See ya, Candy.
But yeah, apparently he likes it. I don't get, like, he did all that setup to like where you're leading to be like, oh, he doesn't like it, and then he's just like, oh yeah, I like it, by the way. It's like, okay. And he also says, oh, I like it because of the production value and like the designs. So is it just a surface level thing of just him liking things? Because that's what I'm getting from this video, where he just likes the surface level, just how it is, rather than the actual romance and the writing and the connection and characters. It seems like he's just like, oh, pretty thing I like. It's like, all right.
Man, it's got the colors, it's got the movements, it's got the vibes, and I don't even like K-pop. But shit, if we get more S-tier Gyarus,
So yeah, he's just admitting that he's just liking it for aesthetic. He's not actually liking it for anything else. Giga.
It feels more like he's just liking it because it's the popular thing to like.
Yeah, it does feel like that, rather than actually liking it for, well, the show itself, which I'm just like, what are we doing here, Giga?
I'm kind of curious what else he says with it, because I'm like, can he explain what he likes about the show beyond surface level? It looks shiny, because if that's his only reasoning, then he just sucks.
Well, we've got 2 other animes to get through, and listen, dude, it's like a 25-minute video, so he's got we're breaking it down, but like this guy, I feel like he's not gonna go in depth as to what he likes.
become the biggest Stray Kids, Blackpink, BTS, TXT listener. I don't even know what I'm saying. These are just letters to me. Have I seen this exact play-by-play before? Yes. Did this show do a lot to surprise me? No. But it was just really well executed. And I think the main reason I think this show works really well is that it gives us a love triangle with equally strong contenders on both sides. Too many romance anime.
I'll agree to that. Those 2 characters, they're both pretty good. Like, I like, listen, if one of them made a move on me first, I would be easily go like, you know what, I'm going with that one.
Yeah. I'd take any.
Yeah,
but I have my preference.
I know you have your preferences, but like, say if you're in that situation and you've got 2 hot girls, the one that you prefer doesn't ask you out, but the one that is like asks you out, it's like you're not gonna be like, well, no, sorry, I actually, even though I like you, I like that other one just a smidge more.
Yeah, but I'm not a woman though, so I'm not a picky bitch.
That's true, I guess. I will
So
say,
all the women in chat, I need you to understand that Tony understands how bitter I am right now with all the conversations we've had over the last couple of days. I'm a very, very bitter person.
bro, you can be a bit bitter. And listen, I get it. I get it. To me, I have my heart and my eyes set on one lady. She's blue hair, but my god, she's got an amazing, amazing personality. 2 of them, in fact.
I
They
bet.
come into their stories pretending to have a love triangle that looks like this, but you know, a lot of the time it actually just looks like this. Here, both girls get introduced at the same time. They both have their equal charms and they share an equal amount of screen time with the protagonist. I came into this with the mindset of it being your typical comfort romances, but with 2 girls this time, but the more episodes I watched, the more I've realized what this show truly is. This is a harem anime with only 2 options, and boy,
Yes. Is that so wrong? Like, it is a great fantasy anime. Give me. Like, yeah, it is technically a harem anime. Multiple girls like the main guy.
boy, now you're entering my playing field. As much as I had a good time with it though, I gotta be honest, it did have its fair share of moments that I like to call shit I see in romance anime that makes me want to become a grass toucher.
There it is.
So he's going back to ragging on it.
There it is. We can't have just an absolute. We can't have like honest tape. We have to be like, okay, I actually I like this for aesthetic, and now let me just switch to like I'm actually gonna go a bit more in depth as to what I like. Oh no, actually, I got to attack people because I have to hate on it. And I think, didn't you do a video recently? I'm pretty sure you did a video recently of like the growing hatred of anime.
Yes.
And I think as though that even anime fans are starting to like really like starting to resent anime, which it is a shame because you know some of these people that actually started really liking anime, like were very passionate of it, are getting tired of it, and it's like they're losing that passion.
I think the problem with Giga, and this is a problem with him as a content creator, I don't remember if I say the saying right. He's building the video around the title, not the title around the video.
Yeah, I could see
So
that.
he's came up with a really cool like an idea for a title, and he's trying to build the video around it. So he has to say something, even if it doesn't really mesh well. It feels like ChatGPT has come up with the script.
Yeah, and maybe it has, maybe it hasn't. We don't know if he uses ChatGPT for that, but it does come across like
I
that
don't think he
where
does. I just think
yeah.
he's trying too hard to be like, "Oh yeah, I like it. Don't attack me, guys." But also now I'm going to proceed to complain about it endlessly. It's like, okay, it feels contradictory. It's like you can't say you like something, but then he just said he liked it because it looked shiny,
He
and
said
that
it
was
looked
it.
shiny, and then he was going into like actually saying as to why he liked it, and then because like oh it's you know it's he's going there, and then he immediately pivoted to okay I you know I want to touch grass. It's like okay so what is this honestly I don't get it. Although Greg says, that then touch grass and stop bitching, you miserable asshat. God forbid we enjoy cute romance. I completely agree with that. You know, if he really had such a problem with it, go out, touch grass, come back, turn it off. Or hey, touch grass, come back and watch it, but stop bitching about it.
Main character creaming their pants over the slightest bit of female touch. Oh man, alright lads, I think it's been a while since I've gone out for
Okay, I'm sorry. I kind of get that because as a teenager, when a woman or a girl just comes up and touches you just on the shoulder or something, you get a bit flustered. You get a bit nervous because hormonally, you know, men are like, you know, they're very sensitive creatures when a woman comes up and touches them. You know, God forbid, it does happen to hell, sometimes a bit more older men.
Hey, I feel flustered if a girl just calls me cute.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'm pretty much in that same vein. Like,
I'll take
listen,
any compliment.
hey man, listen. When you talk to Cindy and then she calls you a cutie or handsome, it's like I know it's your southern charm, but oh gosh, gosh, gosh.
What?
Aranya. Protagonist having a full-blown hallucination thanks to smelling a woman's scent in his room. Oh shit, there was a park this close to where
That's a weird thing to criticize. Okay.
I live? How the fuck have I not been there yet? Anime character having a full-on anxiety attack over the thought of an indirect kiss.
Hello? Yeah, sorry, mate. I'm a bit busy. I'm sending off job applications to become the groundkeeper in the next World Cup.
One thing
I mean, I'd probably have a stroke too if I had an indirect kiss with my male friend. Female one, it's like, yeah.
What, Ace?
Oh, dude, I'd commit seppuku.
Yo, you heard it here first. We need to get Ace on the podcast like immediately. Stop!
I will say that stood out though was the show's focus on friendship. Our main boy Takia shares a different type of friendship with each girl. With Amane, they have this shared interest in a niche hobby they can bond over that they can't really do with anyone else, and it's only really around each other that they can truly let their passions come out, aka the introvert friend. And then with
Right, so, and then this girl is the extrovert friend. Is that it? Again, this feels like surface level analysis. It feels like he's going somewhere with it, and then he just immediately pivots to, like, the other point. I wish he went a bit more in depth as to why he likes this girl besides, oh, you know, they share a bond because she's an introvert. Oh, they share a bond because extrovert, and that's it. Like,
I feel like by the end of this video, I'm gonna feel like he actually did make this with ChatGPT.
Well, listen, we've got 2 other animes to get through, and my god, we're about 7 minutes in, so we need to give them each equal amount of time, as well as an outro, so shit out of luck there.
the Jichi, you have someone who has totally different hobbies and likes, but she takes a general interest in his interests. She learns about them, asks him about his fan art, but in turn, she also brings him out into situations he normally wouldn't put himself in. And it's because of her that we see a new side.
Why is there more analysis with this one? Why couldn't you go with the other one as well? Like, this could easily, like, each anime could be its own, like, video. Like, this could be a 3-part series if you really want to stretch it out, but clearly he just wants to, like, combine it to 3. Like, I'm actually interested now to hear your thoughts on the rest of it, but you glossed over the first one to get into this one, which I wish we got more of that brown-haired girl, because I think there's a lot more to her than just that. But hey, listen, your video, dude.
To him, aka the extrovert friend. And it's this friendship that everyone, especially the girls, are afraid to mess with, because on Takiya's side, bro doesn't even register them as a romantic partner. He's just ecstatic he can find people he can nerd out with about his favorite topic.
I'm pretty sure by the end of the season he, like, gets with the 2 of them.
Yeah, he does.
I
actually have a meme.
Ooh, okay.
It's on my panel.
Yeah, send it through. I'll have a look. Okay, I'll download that and I'll share it with the class. Sorry, you may be gone for a bit because Discord be whack. So you're still here, don't worry. Go. So this is the meme that he sent, which honestly, pretty accurate. That's why I'm so into you. Is this peak? Yes. Yes button yellow. Honestly, yes. This is actually true, because you know what? This is like greatest ending to an anime, because he gets both of the girls and they actually consents to a romance without killing him. Like, this is great fantasy. This is peak.
And though it's so blindingly obvious that the 2 girls know how each other feels towards Takiya, there seems to be this unspoken agreement that no matter what happens, they're not going to let that affect their friendship with each other, reminding us that in the equal battlefield of love, the players can still look at each other and go, hey, you may be my competition, but you're not my enemy.
Alright. guy, but they're
Technically,
still
they do have a bit of a rivalry throughout the episodes.
yeah, because they are competing for that guy.
Yeah, I actually think he's just only watched the first 3 or so episodes.
Yeah, it does come across like that. Also, hello Matt. Yes, I'm still alive. And I'm with my good buddy Espiritu. Welcome to the Goon Lords, our anime podcast. It's great, you know?
It's the best podcast. It's the greatest podcast.
It's the best podcast. It's the greatest podcast. We goon all over. It's gonna be great. We simp to cine. That's what it is.
Now tell that to the average Messi and Ronaldo fan. And it was this focus on friendship first over romance that I started to notice in a lot of the other shows. Because, moving on, let's throw high school out the window for a second and focus on a protagonist that is closer to my age. I mean, way older.
So that's it. That's all you get of that anime.
That is like surface level analysis of it. I mean, it's clear he watched the first 3 episodes and that's it.
Okay, so to put into perspective, the video, like this portion of the video is essentially 4.5 minutes, 5 minutes of just one anime. And I swear to Christ, if I was doing like reviews again, I could go into depth as to like I could break it down as to why this anime was good, where it falters, in more than like in the span of this video, maybe more, because it's a 12 episode show. You can go into depth as to the characters you like, dislike, everything about it, but that was just it. We're moving on to the next anime. I just want more out of this analysis than just, okay, we're moving on. Cool.
Far, far, far older. So old, I would never be able to relate to him. He's not that old, right, guys? We're talking about Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You.
God, I love this anime. I love the manga. The manga's so good. I'm up to date with it. It's so good. Guys, if you have not read it, if you have not watched it, please do yourself a favor and check it out. Please.
Older viewers may remember I've already gassed up this title when it was a
Okay, he does address it. I'm so glad, Giguk. I'm so glad you have a memory.
manga, and now that the anime is just released and I've seen so many posts discovering the Greek goth goddess that is Tayama, all I can say is,
yeah, fucking told you so.
But I know the internet
Yes, because she is great. I love her as a character. Like, she's fantastic.
has given everyone the memory of a goldfish, so allow me to give you a refresher.
¿Quieres?
The show follows
Memory of a goldfish. My brother in Christ. The fucking opening. You had Dangers in Your Heart there, and it was like in your top 6 anime. My dude, I'm pretty sure you have a bit of a goldfish memory too.
Sasaki, aka Billy No Mate's full-on solitude maxing. He's your prototypical middle-aged Japanese salaryman. He works hard, frequently stays behind until go fuck yourself o'clock, where his only solace in life is seeing the smile of his favorite cashier at the supermarket.
Holy shit, my dude. Is this you, Espiritu?
I wish, because then I might actually have a chance.
So is that a no?
Maybe.
I'm sorry.
The angel in an apron, Yamada. I think the only way we could describe him having a healthy work balance is if we use your mum as a counterweight. You can tell a lot about a man about what he buys at Tesco's after a long day of work, so let's see what our lad is picking up. Alright, looks like he's got some half-price daikon. Ooh, what else?
This is a long ass joke, my dude. Why aren't you talking about the actual romance, the anime itself?
Because he's only watched a small smidgen of it. Well, he's actually meant to have read the manga, but I find he doesn't really analyze things or break things down. He more just focuses on like witty jokes that he tries to come up with.
Actually, I didn't know this until I watched this Trash Taste clip. So I'm pretty sure he watches the anime in like 1.25, probably even two times speed.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
And like when I saw that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?" Like, you're watching anime, you have a dream job where people would kill to watch anime for a living, and you're like half-assing it to that extent. I'm just like, ugh.
Some mochi chips. I see you, big man. And oh, yes, it's been a long day, so here comes a couple of cold ones. Respect, respect. Oh.
But, okay. Again, this joke is getting long, and, like, I don't get it. Like, are we really spending this much time on a simple joke rather than analysis of character, romance, writing, anything, like, at all, in this video? This, like, again, this is a 25-minute video. We spent 5 or so minutes just talking about the first one, the first anime he wanted to talk about. Now we're going on the second one. And I'm pretty sure this one's also going to be about 5 or so minutes. So there's not really much of analysis.
Damn, must have been a really long day of really long day of work. Oh.
Again, you're padding out this joke way too much, my guy. We can just move on from it.
Okay, brother, okay, you can stop now, okay? Come on, brother, that's enough! On this one day, though, Yamada is nowhere to be found, so he has to find some other way to cope with his life.
500 cigarettes.
And who does he find?
Honestly, this made smoking hot. This made smoking. I was like, listen, I'm not a smoker, but good lord, I would start smoking for this girl. I'm just saying, and I do not endorse smoking. That being said, would. You know I'm right, Espiritu. You bastard. You know I'm right. Hey, it's a good conversation starter.
Wandering around in the smoking area, yes, it's the sassy lassie Tayama.
何系かわからんけど、強い見た目の子だな。スーパーの従業員とは思えない。
Just would. Just right there, would.
I wonder who she could be.
しかし雑すぎるだろう、田山と山田って。
And well, that's the show. Sasaki comes by the supermarket after work to smoke and shoot the shit with Yamada. I'm sorry, Tayama. Over time, they relax and open up. Their fondness of one another grows, and all the while, Tayama withholds the secret that she's actually his angel and his devil. So yeah.
I mean, isn't that just a woman in a nutshell?
True.
You know, you got a fine girl, and then all of a sudden, they just bring out their wild side. Like, oof.
This is basically what happens if you put Senko-san and Call of the Night into a blender with a carton of Lucky Strikes. Blood's about to become the world-ranked #1 cancer speedrunner.
でももし医者にタバコやめろって言われたら
I just simply turn around and tell them to fuck off.
The reason I wanted to revisit this series was just to show that you don't always need to be in high school to get a little bit of cheeky power fantasy. Cause yes, as a teenager, you can fantasize about getting noticed by the popular girl in class, but you know, as an exhausted adult crashing out after your 9-to-5 grind, what man wouldn't want to vibe with a hot anime goth girl after hours, even if you have—
Listen, I love myself a goth girl too, especially a redhead one. Mate. Instantly got it. I'm here. I read this manga. Very good stuff. Thank you, Jack. Actually, have you read this, Espiritu?
No.
You got to get on it. Like, you got to get on it, dude. Come on, buddy.
Gotta watch the anime first.
Oh, okay. You're one of those. You gotta watch the anime instead of reading the manga. Okay.
I'll read the manga after I've done with the anime.
Of course. My God, another kickbot. I swear, like, dude, like, I get so many bots on Kick. It's actually insane. I'm like, should I, like, even have Kick on? That's the trouble with multi-streaming, though. YouTube, you're pretty fine. Twitch, you're fine, but like Kick, if you go that route, it can be a bit hard because there's so many bots.
have to speedrun cancer in the process. At face value, it doesn't take a genius to figure out what this show's appeal is. I mean, just look at her. Tayama's aesthetic is basically peak performance in the eyes of 90% of modern anime fans.
Just gonna pause this here for a second. For those in chat, for those who are not in chat, who are just simply watching, you see what's on screen, right? Ignore us for a minute. Ignore us for a minute. Just ignore the pasty white guys. Well, at least this white guy, I'm half Asian, so like you can't see that I'm half Asian, but this right here is good shit. Now watch the anime and get over and read the manga Espiritu. Ugh.
She's what Michelangelo would come up with if you asked him to sculpt the perfect Reddit profile picture.
あんた貢がされているんですか
Yep.
And I don't
Why
know, there's
Reddit?
just something about
Why say Reddit profile picture?
Because he only lives on Reddit. I guess that's the low-hanging fruit instead of Twitter, I guess. I don't know. Like if it was Twitter, that's like that's a bit more easier. Like that joke lands a bit better. Because I know a lot of people on Twitter use anime character faces.
Yeah,
I mean, you should know.
it's true.
It's true. Yeah, no, yeah, it's true. I see you. I see you.
her that reminds me of someone else. I just can't quite put my finger on it.
Okay, this is like a secret. Like, is this just? Am I going to agree with Giguk here? Like, Giguk, when did your wife step out of the room? What is this? Like, did you just go secretly base for a minute? Like, look at this. I cannot imagine this in any other video.
Oh. But you know, unlike all of us down bad degenerates, Sasaki is a gentleman. He's genuinely not here to creep on Yamada, he's just here for the vibes. In fact, not a single line of dialogue slips his lips, or even his internal monologues would suggest that he has any salacious intentions. That, or maybe Tayama just isn't his type.
お腹より腕が好きってか、Sasaki.
Yep, that confirms it. He's got no interest in hitting on Tayama because his perfect girl is actually Geodude. Cause you know, while romance is down there as one of its main tags, I'd argue that's not the main driving force of this show at all. Sure, there's no shortage of blushes and moments of overt flirting from Yamada in this show, but they always feel at least organic and quite frankly are the weakest parts of the show for me. But what I do love about this show, and where I think it shines the brightest, is it being about two people who outwardly could not be more different, but in fact are very much the same. Because the focus of this series is on Sasaki, as a viewer it's easy to miss that Yamada is going through pretty much the same stress as he is. Outside of work, we don't see any friends or family of hers. The show puts great emphasis on all the nights Sasaki works until midnight, but brushes over the fact that Yamada is always there at the supermarket at that time as well. The show makes it very clear that he is as much of a comfort to her as both versions of her are to him.
And therefore they like each other because they go through that together and they eventually like each other. Oh my gosh, it's like a romance anime, Giguk. Call me crazy. That's how usually things start. You know, you start off as friends and then you progress. Granted, some people don't go through that and they just go to sex on the first date or just 5 seconds after that nowadays. I see that smile. Anything you want to fess up to, Espiritu? Huh?
Oh, I'm a good boy. I'm a very loyal good boy. But, you know, I know too much.
Again, with the throwing the card of I know too much. Brother.
Yeah.
Dude, I kind of want you to like do one of these like Google Docs. It's like, okay. Dude, that'd be hilarious. You're like, okay, chapter 1, VTuber this one. She's actually a good human being. Chapter 2, this one is like an absolute like paragraph long, maybe essay long fucking assignment on this one. And then it's like, chapter 3, oh yeah, this one's actually not too bad. Cinny, I would marry.
しょうがないじゃん。佐々木さん、私の癒し枠なんだもん。
My community is shipping me with Kirishi now, and I'm like, bros, I think she's still into Asmongold, but hey, at this rate, Asmongold might be off the table.
Yeah, because like, dude, you sent that to me, and I was like, dude, you've got it in, and you're like, nah, clearly not, and I'm like, dude, you have an in. You're like a second tier Asmongold. Asmongold's not really doing well. You could be first. He could be second tier Espiritu at this rate.
I mean, I just don't have rotting animals in my rooftop.
You've got spiders there. You got snakes there.
I barely see any spiders. You know what's so funny? So many chicks are like, "Oh, I don't want to come to Australia," and they're like, "I'm like, why?" And they're like, "Oh, the bugs." I'm like, I can't even fucking find a bug in my house,
dude.
I go
like,
looking for them and I can't find them.
Dude, I was trying to convince Cindy to come out here, and she's like, "Oh, I probably would, but you know, bugs." I'm like, "Motherfucker, there aren't no bugs here."
You have to go looking for them to find them.
Dude, it's actually insane.
And even if you could find one, most of them are harmless.
The most we
I mean,
get,
I'd have to go into the shed, and I'd have to go into like the back of like behind a cupboard or something, and then pull it out and be like hopeful there might be a spider behind there. I'd have to go look for one,
like,
and
the only
even
thing
then
we get
it's
is
a
like
lottery.
the only thing we get are like flies and mosquitoes, and even then, that's like during summer, and that's it. They're gone.
Yeah. I mean, occasionally I might get a huntsman in the house. I just let that roam the house because it eats all the flies, and I dislike the flies more than the huntsman. And the huntsman is harmless to any American. It is a harmless spider. And even then, it doesn't even go near me. It just like sits in like the kitchen and just stares at fucking shit.
Also, I do agree with Jack though. Espiritu Gold. We need to change your name, bro. You're no longer you're not Asmongold. You're not Espiritu anymore. You're Espiritu Gold.
Okay. I mean,
you got it in, my dude. The chat, they're like, "Come on, man. You can hit up Kirsha. You're more base than Asmongold." And hey, listen, you can flex that.
I so don't want to start that civil war, but sometimes I do feel like I am more base than Asmongold.
You're more base than Asmongold? You're a millionaire? You may not be a multi-millionaire, but you are a millionaire. You're like Bruce Wayne. You can just say,
if I keep growing my channel, maybe we can hit the multi.
Dude, if we can hit that multi, my guy, you know, we can move to America, we can shoot up on a ranch. It'll be great. It'll be great.
It'd be great.
Yeah. We could just ride horses with guns and just, you know, shoot animals, coyotes and shit.
Be good.
何それ
山田さんのレジ並ぶ佐々木さんと同じだよ。
Because the focus of the show is the time they spend together and their jobs, you rarely see anything outside of that. But the one time you do, you see both of them live in small apartments with near to no visible possessions, eating junk food and drinking alcohol.
酒買って裏でタバコ吸って帰って寝る。
Okay, I think they need to give up the fast food and maybe swap out booze for like water. I think that's a much more healthier option. I know that I'm cutting back on certain things, and it's much better. But I know that in Japan, it is just cheaper to have fast food than just than cooking.
It's actually cheaper to eat out than it is to,
Yeah.
and I mean eat out in general than it is to eat at home. I believe that's, yeah.
Because I know that in Japan, like at least when I was in I think Vietnam, like I wanted a piece of steak to cook up there, and I was like, okay, let's see how much it is. It was ridiculous for a piece of steak up there. And I was like, okay, how about I want to cook something like a stir fry, something like that. It was insane. And then we went around the corner, and like the meal there was like, it was cheaper, and I could buy like beer for like, I don't know, $1. And it was like, I don't know, like $5 for soup. Much cheaper.
Yeah. I think it's because the culture of Japan is so much bigger when it comes to eating out, which I think is a much better culture because one, it creates jobs, but also creates a social structure, right? You're going out there and you're eating out and you're meeting potential people. So it's like,
well, in Japan they have
better
mixers,
system.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a form of just men and women getting together at a bar, eating, drinking, having a good time. That's that's a really cool thing. And also,
And I'm not knocking cooking at home because I cook at home because it's cheaper over here to cook at home than it is to eat out.
for sure,
But
yeah.
I think a culture where it's cheaper to eat out than it is home is probably better for social conditioning, but also I think a lot of the reasons why in Japan is because they get things sort of like because there's such a big industry for it. There's like a whole logistics network that's much more refined and cheaper, so they're able to get things to these people much more like a better and more efficient. While over here, I think one, there's too many taxes, too many regulations, too many systems limiting it, and because the culture is so limiting on that, it makes it more expensive to eat out.
I do think that cooking wise, like if you're like cooking by yourself, it can be pretty lonely. Um,
Mm.
Whereas when you're like going out, and listen, sometimes you go out to food and all that. Like I remember, okay, so when I was working, I had just gone on lunch break and I bought a Hungry Jack's meal. I was like, okay, this is the only thing around. I'm just gonna buy something. And what essentially happened was I spent my lunch break just eating and talking to this guy. Okay, we were on two different tables and we are just talking about life. He just got off work. I was just like during my lunch break and we just talked about life. And I was like, shit, this was a great experience. And it's not something because I would have my break after my work and it would just be by myself at my workplace in a little lunchroom by myself. Whereas this was like I was out, I was talking to this guy I would never meet again, and we just talked about life, jobs, and how it is. And that's something that I feel like is just lost when you're just eating by yourself because then you just go on your phone, you doom scroll, you go on Twitter and you see like, oh, Espiritu got into trouble or something like that. Asmongold is gay now. Kirsha is now fancying Espiritu. It's just stop shit like that.
I wish that was true.
Hey man, listen. If you do that, we can double date. I can date Cindy. You can date Kirsha. It's gonna be a whole thing.
Oh, dude. Okay, chat. Let's go for a hypothetical. if I was to ever date Kirishi, holy shit, would the internet lose its fucking marbles?
Okay, listen. They won't lose its marbles because of you. They'll lose it because of Kirsha because they'll be saying, "Who the fuck is she dating and why is she dating this guy?"
But it'd also be more funny because all the people that really hate me also hate Kirishi.
Yeah, so
And I
you'll be
know
like a
that.
power couple. You'll be a power couple.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be the best power couple. It'd be too powerful. I mean, to be honest, I am gaining a lot of power in the community.
Dude, I know you are. Cause like I just go through Twitter. I'm just like, oh man, Espiritu is going through something again. I'm just like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's gonna get like more followers from this. It's gonna be great.
Apparently, someone that because I've got a stalker. Apparently, they found my tweet where I was talking about the two girls and the one night stands that I rejected.
Oh
And some guy,
Lord.
like, lost his shit over it, was like, "Oh, I don't believe this," or you know what's funny? Remember that girl I told you about, that story time?
Yeah.
She was one of them.
Oh.
And
Oh.
and we may meet the other one this weekend.
Oh Lord.
See, people think I make up stories. I have no reason to make up stories. I just have a weird life.
You know what's funny? You're like Bruce Wayne, except you turn down the ladies. I'm gonna be
The
honest. I
funniest
respect
part
that.
is I'm open about my money and my wealth, and people don't even believe me.
I
And they're
get
just like,
it.
"Yeah, no." They're just like, "Nah, you're just making up." Because I'm so honest, people just think I'm making shit up. I'm just like, I
That's
just don't.
honestly the best thing about being
It
honest
is.
is like if you're honest to a fault, people will say, "Oh, you're bullshitting. You're lying about that." And it's like, well,
Yeah.
nah, no, I'm sorry, my dude. I'm actually telling the truth. Like, call me crazy. And
That's the
listen,
funniest part about it, is that I just say the dead honest truth about my life to, like, people in public, and they're just like, "No, you have to be lying." I'm like and then
because
people start to realize it's true, and they're just like, "Wait, you were I'm like, "Why would I lie?" And they're like, "Oh, well, people lie all the time." I'm like, "Well, I'm not
the
one of
th-
them."
The thing is, though, is that when we met and you were like telling me this shit, I was like, I believe you because you say it in such confidence, and like I did not detect a hint of like lying, and I'm just like, nah, you can't lie, you can't make this shit up.
Yeah. I mean, I probably developed it as a counter to my mother because my mother was a compulsive liar. So I became a compulsive truth teller, and she wouldn't believe anything I'd ever tell her.
But that's the
So it
brilliant
just
thing.
became the counter.
That's the brilliant. You're the yin to the yang, you know.
I know. But I find it funny because because I don't lie and I just say the honest truth, and I had these wild stories that happened in my life. People just go, "No, it can't be true."
Oh, it's their loss then, eh? And then when they find out that it is true, it's like, yeah, I told you. You know, sorry. But still, it's just like, man, the VTubing community. I'm just like, man, I just want to make content. I just want to do stuff. Why is this girl getting railed? Why? What is all this? I'm sorry. I don't like
I
it.
saw a bunch of people that are like, "Oh, he called her a whore." I'm like, "No, I didn't."
But did you? In internet speak, you did, but you didn't. But you did, but you didn't.
I never directly called her that. I just simply called her out for her double standards and said that she was potentially getting railed on stream. Which, okay, if it's true and she did get railed on stream, then we need to have the discussion of, is she actually that? Well, in that case, yeah, then I would say she is. But again, we have no complete evidence she did. She just kept making sexual sounds and sexual indications during her stream.
Also, oh my god, Demon says, I got nothing to hide. Some of the crazy shit that has happened, like that time I gassed out a glory hole in Brisbane.
Does he live in Brisbane?
No, he's a South Australian guy.
Demon, have we met before? Because I know there was another fan that I met, and I can't remember.
Oh my god.
But you gassed out a Brisbane? Bro, you didn't gas it out. It was already gassed out before you got there.
It's fucking Brisbane, man. It's
Yeah.
probably...
Doubtful I don't go out the word except for... okay, then, yeah. I
But
swear to God, half of this chat is just fucking South Australians.
yeah, obviously, because South Australian represent. I know that there are a couple of Americans because time zones and whatnot, but, you know, Australian representation, I love it. South Australian in particular. Because, you know, no one really is from
Our
South
state
Australia.
is the best state. You know, fun fact, when COVID happened, you want to know the safest place in the world was?
South Australia.
South Australia. Because we have the best space for population.
Because no one worked, like, because I remember that Melbourne was trying to invade South Australia because they were like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, we don't like our state. We're going to move. Like, even if you're in the countryside, they were trying to move here because it was that bad.
Yeah, because of all the lockdowns, and we barely had any lockdowns because we didn't have any cases.
Yeah, because like I think we had like a couple of lockdowns, and then as soon
Yeah.
as like, and then it just sort of like cleared up like a week or two later after that. But hey, it was a good time to making content. I missed out on that, which shit, I should have.
Oh, that was a wild
From all-
time.
Yeah, it was. I mean, like, and again, like the government's trying to push for with that. There was that case that the new virus that they were trying to be like, oh, another COVID lockdown, COVID type lockdown might hit. Also, bye, Greg. Thank you for stopping by, and yeah.
See you, Greg.
We've seen so far, they simply don't have anything else. And for Yamada, it's perhaps even worse because the comforting third space they share between them is literally behind the very supermarket she works at. And it's this shared experience that makes their conversation feel so organic. Like it's the actual stuff people in their
Okay, there is a lot of analysis in here, but I got to second guess myself because I'm just like, it kind of feels like he's just rehashing his notes from his manga. Like his manga review.
That's what I think he's probably doing.
Like he's just applying that to the anime, and I'm just like, this is really well like talked about compared to his previous analysis of the anime.
That's the problem.
Anime, which I'm honestly, I'm a bit like, dude, this does feel a bit reheated.
Shoes would actually shoot the shit about. This is a show where most of its content is just two people sitting in the same place every episode having a chinwag, and it's no small feat to making a formula like that engaging episode after episode. I recently rewatched the film Lost in Translation, and there's this one scene where Bill Murray's character is with the much younger Scarlett Johansson's character after a serendipitous meeting that has brought the two strangers together. And after a long night of exploring a foreign city, partying and getting lost, they are just laying in bed in an ungodly hour just talking about life. It's a moment that is so intimate, but not in any weird or romantic way. It's just two people from two different walks of life talking about their deepest feelings, their hopes, their dreams, their
Okay, this is great and all, but you know, it is a bit of a like it feels like he's just picked this movie because it's an older man and a younger girl. I From what I remember of the movie, I didn't feel any romance at all towards the two characters. Whereas in this anime, this manga, this story, there is a romance between them. It is not apparent early on, but there is a through line of like a lingering sort of attraction towards each other.
regrets, and it's two souls bonding. I love this scene so much. It's a moment that so perfectly captures those 3 a.m. deep conversations you have where all barriers are broken down. For some reason, you feel like opening up, and it's reciprocated by the person you're talking to, and you get to have the types of conversations you never usually would under any other circumstances. And it's these conversations that you'll remember between the two of you for years to come. Now,
yeah, I don't want to have a conversation with you at 3 a.m. like this, dude. In bed with you. I'm sorry, dude. That's kind of gay. You know, I like you like a friend, but this is very gay. I'm sorry.
Take this moment and make an entire show around it, and that is Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, because it's episode after
Yes, but with the romance aspects to it. Giguk. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but this is a romance anime.
episode where you feel a small subtle change in how much of a positive effect they have on each other's lives. Gradually, the scenes of Sasaki's work feel less and less stressful. Things that would have previously knocked him out, he begins to take in his stride. You can feel that because he's now got something more positive going in his life, everything else feels more positive because of it. Work is easier when there's something after work to look
Giga, you know, it's because he has something to look forward to. It's the moments where he gets to have those conversations that he's looking forward to. So yes, it alleviates the pressure. Yes, Giga's right, but I feel like he should also acknowledge that it's the thing that he's looking forward to that adds that value to his life. So there's a constant, it's like a reinforcement mechanism.
Well,
And that's the thing about romance in itself, is that, or just in general in life, whether it's romance or anything, but in this specific case it's romance, he has someone to look, there's someone that gives him purpose and meaning. And when someone doesn't have purpose or meaning behind their life, they lose motive and drive to care. And so they just walk through life piece by piece by piece, just being miserable and depressed and bitter and angry and frustrated and tweeting about how shit dating is on Twitter and pissing off female VTubers all the time and having arguments and DMs with them.
Couldn't
No
be
particular
anyone.
reason why I said that.
Yeah,
there could
couldn't
not
be
be anyone that I was putting on.
But also, if I remember correctly from the manga, Yamada point blank asks him, why do you, well, I guess in this case it's Tayama. She point blank asks him, why are you interested in Yamada? And he says, well, you know, I don't look at her in a, like at this point, he is like, I don't look at her in like a romantic way. It's just like after a hard day's work, I go and I see her and, you know, she, you know, puts a smile on my face and that's it. And then he just goes about his day. And it's just the little things like that, you know, it's what helps us get through the day. Like, you know, for many of us, it's coming home after a hard day, playing games, watching an anime, or in some cases, watching a favorite VTuber like Tony Down Under, or watching a favorite YouTuber like Espiritu, you know? It's just
Exactly.
those little things. I mean, I tell you what, there was a point where I was going through a rough time, and I was just like, I came back home and I just watched a movie. You know, I wasn't really into anime there was a period where I wasn't really watching anime as much as I do now. But there was a point where I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch a movie, and that's what I looked forward to. It would be a random movie throughout any period of time. But that's what it was, and it could be just a simple thing, as like seeing a familiar person at a grocery store.
Forward to. For a show of this type that is clearly targeted towards an older audience, I can definitely say that this is the vibe I goddamn crave even more than having a straight up romance. But again, having a show with this setup that is more catered to a mature audience is certainly a rarity in anime, cause, going back to high school, if there was one show that on paper looked like it checked every box for the purest wish fulfillment romance power fantasy bingo this season, it was of course, I Made Friends with the Second
So, wait, hold, what? Okay, we're moving on to the next one. Okay, I thought we were leading to something there, but I guess we just, I guess we moved on. Right.
I have a
So
feeling this is going to be very surface level analysis.
this one, okay, so we're about 10 minutes away from the end of the video. He's gonna do an outro, so I feel like it's gonna be 5 minutes of this anime, 5 minutes on the outro, as to tie the whole video together as to what these animes feel, and then that's about it. I feel like that's what's gonna be.
Prettiest Girl in Class.
週末とかちょっと楽しみにしてることとかもない？
Stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
Now, I went to
Okay, I listen. I would admit to that, but the thing is though is that I've got AvCon this weekend, so like maybe I might stroke it after dark, but you know, listen.
Depending on the cosplayers.
Depending on the cosplayers. Hey, listen, we're gonna be each other's wingmans, so you know, maybe there might be one special after dark lady out there, you know. We're gonna have to.
the show with alarm bells ringing just reading the title alone, because I Made Friends with the Second Prettiest Girl in Class. Like, is there a better shorthand name for this show? Pretty Girl, I Made Friends, Only Friend, IMFWTTPGIC. Secondly, who in this high school decided that she was the second prettiest girl? Did all these girls compete in Miss Japan? Does the school have
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, the second prettiest girl is like the prettiest girl to me. Like, the prettiest girl, for me, she just comes across as kind of but the second prettiest girl...
I think the reason why the title makes sense more is based on if you watch the show more, that she's like, the blonde chick is the most popular girl in the class, and most guys generally find her the prettiest.
Yeah.
So it's one of those where it's like, it makes sense if you actually watch the anime, while her friend is seen as the second prettiest because she's like not as popular, but still quite popular because she's friends with the popular girl.
Sure, I get that. But you know, from an aesthetic design, she's right up my alley.
Oh yeah, as far as things go, yeah, second girl's probably the prettiest for me.
But I get it. In terms of like a plot and story wise, I can kind of see that because you know, again, they even talk about it in the anime and the manga, where essentially she is you know, she's always been second fiddle to her. And
I'm kind of curious if he's going to delve into that, or if it's just going to be surface level, nerdy girl likes nerdy guy, but she doesn't actually look nerdy.
I have a sneaking suspicion if he's actually watched the anime, what he's going to do is he's going to start off with, oh, it's an anime where, you know, the main protagonist is a nerdy guy that actually likes anime, and guess what? This really attractive girl actually likes anime, and then she takes an interest in him, and then he's going to pivot into, actually, it's kind of deep, and it's actually kind of interesting, and then that's it. I feel like that's what's going to happen in this video. Again, we're just basing it off what we've seen from the otaku one, with the 2 girls one, and the smoking one. The smoking one did feel like he was rehashing notes from his previous video, but hey, I don't know. And again, this does feel AI. Even if it may not be, it does feel like it was.
A pretty girl power ranking system? Are these boys taking the list and arguing who's prettier than Goku? Then episode 1 starts, and it's exactly the type of show you think it's going to be. You got this guy, Maki, and just to give you a little bit of insight about the type of guy he is, we get introduced to him where he announces himself to the class as the guy with 0 hobbies who spends his weekends alone eating pizza, watching movies, and drinking Coke. I shit you not. Under skills, he puts gaming.
And what's so wrong about that? Like, when I was, I put gaming and YouTubing as hobbies, as skills, sure. Like, they can be seen as skills. They actually weirdly can be, because I have actually gotten jobs where they're like, okay, that's cool. And they've taken me on for that. So, like, are you faulting a guy for listing it down? Really?
Brother, what? Shit, man, why stop there? You could have added not showering, being broke, and giving your opinion on the new God of War game. Blood's Tinder profile.
I think he's trying to be funny, but it's not funny.
I really cringed at that God of War joke. Oh my god. Dude. Giguk. Giguk, my guy. Half of the fucking gameplay footage was literally a goddamn cutscene. It was literally like 10 minutes of a cutscene, and then, like, okay. It was literally the opening where, the main woman character, she gets up from after dying. You get a bit of an action sequence, cut to like 10 minutes of a cutscene, having like 5 minutes of an action sequence, and then it ends. It was really like, dude, are you serious? People have more complaints than just she's a woman. There were more complaints than that. But also, no Kratos. Come on, what the fuck, PlayStation?
Probably has as much chance of finding a match as Italy does winning this year's World Cup. Sorry, Italy, I didn't mean for you to catch strays. I'm just really into the World Cup right now. But of course, this is anime, where having the personality of lukewarm beer makes you a full-on Giga Chad in the anime high school hierarchy, and Umi, the titular second prettiest girl in class, takes notice and follows him into a store so they can bond over B-movies together, and from there they become friends, hanging out, watching movies, and playing video games. On the surface, everything about the show screams cheap romance wish fulfillment. You've got the loner main character.
Oh god, he's literally just listing off again as to why it is seen as a cheap sort of thing. Giguk, come on, my dude. Come on.
Character, I'm sorry, introvert, who gets noticed by the popular girl in class that shares a secret interest with the guy that is used as a foundation for a friendship. And for bonus points, this girl is super desperate for a friend because she has no guy friends at all. She doesn't know how to talk to a guy properly, which is about as believable as Ryan Gosling being a boy failure in Project Hail Mary. Look.
I mean, yeah. Sometimes really nerdy guys and they may be good looking, they might falter. I mean, look at my boy Espiritu. How has he not land the girl? Come on. Kirsha, come on. Hit him up.
I get that question all the time from some chicks, and I'm just like,
Kirsha, hit him up.
The same ones that ask it. Yeah, Kirsha, hit me up.
A green card girl, hit him up. He's literally willing and available.
I've done the research on how to transfer my funds from one country to another, Kirishi. I know what paperwork I need to sign. I'm all good.
And you know what the best thing is? You'll probably be set up for life, girl. He's a millionaire, and he'll willingly flex it.
She's probably richer than me.
Yeah, but listen, an extra $1 million or $2 million can also go a long way.
True. At least we're both set.
Exactly. You're both set. You're both got stonks and Elon, probably. So you're both
how are those doing? Oh, they're going back up. Thank fuck.
Let's go. I was gonna be like, dude, come on, man. If it was going
We're up 4%.
if it was gonna go down, I'll throw my fucking phone at you the next time I meet you at AvCon. I'll be like, brother. Brother.
I get it.
I mean,
if I was a teenager,
yeah.
I'd
But
be
I was
like-
also in the red too.
I know, my dude. It was rough to see.
It was.
Henry Cavill, the nerd that we look up to for inspiration. Oh, Henry Cavill, honestly, the GOAT.
He is.
He is the GOAT. He is the guy that just a lot of people want to work, like want to like be the main star. Like, and listen, he's a nerd that just loves the product. Like, you know, I think, isn't there like a Gundam movie or something that he's attached to, a Voltron movie?
Warhammer he's working on.
Yeah, because there's the Warhammer series that he's working on, but I think there's a Voltron movie he's attached to or something like that. And you know, you can tell that he has a passion for things. He trusts. He is accepting of the fans, even against Beatty, you know, journalists, which I do appreciate. And that is a rare thing nowadays. He actually kind of pushes back against journalists, which not a lot of people do.
still, I would have eaten this concept up. But how the hell am I going to get invested now that these characters are just your normal teenage high schooler?
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
I was prepared to...
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. The mother, I don't know what it is, but the mother characters in some of these animes, it's like they just took the main girl but aged her up, and she looked instantly hotter. Maybe I just have a thing for older women.
I mean, we are older.
I am 25, so like.
Okay, you're young.
Exactly.
Ish.
I
keep forgetting everyone's not as prehistoric as me.
Dude, I'm into older women, you know? Cindy, Des, you know? All the, you know.
Oh, so that's how I can manipulate this situation. Yeah.
What? You got...
Cindy, I think you should date someone more appropriate to your age.
Wow. Okay, old man, calm down.
She's around the same age as me.
Oh, okay, sure. You know, thing is though, is that you know, listen, I doubt she's gonna go for a guy with no stamina. I'm sorry, Espiritu, but listen, I'm younger. I got that extra stamina. You know, I just.
You know what? In my defense, I actually did really well this Saturday for my stamina. My cutting back actually has paid off.
Oh, well, that's good for you, old man. That'll only last an extra year or two.
And yet I still look younger than you.
Oh, nah, fuck off, mate. You're such a shit cunt.
Going around on how this isn't too dissimilar to your cheap power fantasy isekais, except the fantasy is just a different genre. But then I kept watching, and it actually started to surprise me. And if you want to go into the show blind, here's where you can stop now, because I will be spoiling some plot developments. A question...
Okay. So for those who have not seen this, fucking highly recommend it. Go watch it. Like, seriously, go. It's a really good anime. Or just read the manga. Go. There's more of the manga.
People often ask me is what separates a good isekai from a bad isekai? To which I answer the exact same thing that separates a good anime from a bad anime. Good writing, good characters, and execution. It's no rocket science, there's no secret formula, and I Made Friends, sorry, executes this far better than what I was expecting. Umi and Maki are just two grounded characters who genuinely make a great couple that are far less tropey than the premise would make you believe. Premise aside, before any romance, this is what it feels like to see a real friendship form. You know that feeling of having that friend in your life? You know, it's your boy or girl that you're just really excited to be able to hang out with whenever you get the chance. It doesn't matter what activity you're doing or if you're doing any activity at all. You could be sitting next to each other, scrolling on your phones in complete silence while memes play on in the TV, but it's still a baller time because damn, your vibes just fit together perfectly. This show captures that feeling. It's been a while since I've seen a relationship develop so naturally in a romance anime. It's not about the big romantic moments or gestures of love. It's about two people who just sincerely enjoy spending time with each other, forming a genuine human connection. If anything, it felt closer to a slice of life. This shit was moving so naturally, you don't even notice a specific point they start developing.
I mean, to be fair though, like, I will say that the smoking anime is very much a slice of life, and even though, like, the first anime we talked to with the two Garo ones, that had some slice of life elements to it, but it was very much a sort of harem sort of vibe that they were going for. This one, I did feel like it was just it was paced very, like, it wasn't as fast paced as, say, the Otaku one with the two Garos. But the smoking one did feel it can be a bit slow to get into because it is that slice of life. This one has that perfect balance, I believe. Which kind of funny how he picks like 3 animes, even though they're the most popular ones. They have different ranges of like the slice of life elements to them.
Feelings for each other. They just kind of feel like they always have or always should have done. After a while, you just notice they casually start going on dates, holding hands, sleeping over, and the protagonist isn't going, "Oh my god, I'm holding hands with a girl. This is the first time I've ever felt a touch of a woman." Forget the will they, won't they? This is the when will they, because they already clearly like each other. Wait, what? Is that the big confession? I'm sorry, what episode are we on?
Yeah, it's pretty good, guys. I mean,
it's good.
It's fucking good. Like, and the thing is though, is that she actually goes on the attack. Like, there are so many animes where it's like you're waiting for the guy to like actually go after him, and then like the girl reluctantly addresses her feelings. Whereas this one was like, no, she is on the attack.
Episode 5?
In 2026, this is what we need women to do.
Yeah. You know, and listen, girls, if you want to find a good guy out there, you just need to like hit him with that, and then they will be like, okay, let's go out on a date. And it's just that easy.
Women don't understand how much easier it is for them to ask a guy out than it is for a guy to ask a girl out.
In this day and age, it is. Like a guy will, like, and as well, you know, there are some things where a guy is a bit hesitant to ask out now, especially with certain recent events with the Me Too movement, where a lot of guys, they are kind of scared to just make the move because they don't want to be Me Too for just doing something just a little bit wrong on a date. But also, guys, episode 5. Episode 5 that's happened in the anime. Shit's good. Shit's really good.
7 episodes left! The biggest surprise is that when it's less than halfway through, the series drops a bombshell and blows its metaphorical load by giving us the big confession that most romance anime build towards. Which is great to subvert expectations, but you see, my domestic girlfriend brain-rotted ass was like, that's it? Where's the conflict gonna come from? Where's the drama gonna come from? How are they gonna keep the story interesting? But this is where it really starts to show its true colors. Because instead of manufacturing conflicts, like adding a third girl midway through to introduce a love triangle and the audience thinks, oh great, here she comes. They've introduced the Italy of the best girl tournament. The conflict is instead internal. I thought the title was just going to be light novel clickbait, but one of the central driving forces of the plot is Umi dealing with her inferiority complex of being seen as the second best girl.
Okay, so he does touch on this.
Yeah, so he has actually watched more episodes of this.
Well, that's good to hear, because I actually, like, I don't know why, but like his first, like, I don't know what happened. The first show
I
that
think
he
he's
talked about
probably
was,
only
like,
watched like 3 or 4 episodes of the other one, and then he's of course read the manga for the second one, and this one he's actually watched more.
It's so weird because like that first series they was talking about was like, I like it for aesthetic, and then like it felt like he was breezing through it. I was like, what is going on? And then the second one I was like, okay, he's got the manga, he's got that background knowledge, so it just feels like he just transposed that script onto here. So like I'll give him some leeway, he does know the source material. But with this, it feels like, oh, he actually has watched it. It's such a weird like contrast in how he's like approached each of them.
Friends use her as a stepping stone to get to know the real shining class star, Yu. She's never felt like she's truly had a real friendship where she's treated as an equal and just appreciated for who she really is. And Maki is right in the middle of a family divorce. His dad is seeing another woman, his mum is clearly fighting off a boatload of stress, and as a teenager, he's dealing with so much turmoil, he shuts down and emotionally distances himself from the problem and in turn, everything else in his life. None of this is presented in a dramatic or over-the-top way. It's muted, it's quiet, and it just feels real. This was a level of emotional depth I wasn't expecting from this show. Both of their troubles stems from a lack of ability to fully talk and communicate about their inner feelings, and it's the bonds they form with each other that helps them to gather the courage to confront these problems head on. Funnily enough, the romance is really just a byproduct of the two of them pushing to bring out the best in their respective partners to help them through these issues. And I think this is the exact point that I realize why these types of romance shows are so prevalent.
Wait, okay, so we're now moving in. Yeah. So again, last 5 or so minutes is literally just wrap up time.
Yeah.
How do you feel he approached like all 3 animes?
I think he did a shit job with the first one. With the second one, he probably just rehashed the manga stuff, which I get. There's not much he can really do there. And then the third one, he actually did a better job.
I think the third one, that was some pretty good analysis. Like I'm actually glad he took the time to like he didn't go like, oh, it's actually got some in depth. Anyway, time to end it off. No, he actually was like, okay, it started off, it subverted the expectations, and then it's like, okay, I'm going in depth as to the characters and all that. But like I think the first third of like the anime analysis was rough. It was like, oof, we're in for a long one. But I'm actually glad that the second and third anime he did improve upon, like in terms of his analysis and critiquing.
In the modern anime space. Because yes, you can argue that, hey, a lot of guys just want to get noticed by the popular girl in class and, oh my god, she likes anime and video games, mom, get the camera! But go a layer deeper, and I can see with a lot of these shows, yes, they are romance anime with the ultimate goal of seeing 2 characters become a couple, but before that is, well, friendship. We don't always need the spicy developments or the love triangle that expands into the 4th dimension to keep our interest anymore. It's about the journey of building a true human connection with another person that, you know, may eventually blossom into romance. Fiction, stories have always been there to fill the gap of something the viewer doesn't have. And forgive me for this conjecture, but I don't think it's a coincidence that in an...
Okay, so he brings up the whole loneliness aspect that, you know, but the thing is though, is that I gotta bring up the fact that a lot more men have been just there's a lack in confidence when it comes to men, like approaching.
I'd be curious to
women.
see how he approaches this.
Yeah, because I'm gonna rewind a bit because I am curious to see how he approaches this.
Doesn't have, and forgive me for this conjecture, but I don't think it's a coincidence that in an era where the new generation are apparently going through a loneliness epidemic, where we went through a period that has just completely fucked with our social skills for a bit, the fantasy that a lot of people may crave might just be finding that right person they can bond with on a deeper level. That's right. The real power fantasy might just be the friends we made along the way. That was too much, right? That ruined the vibe? That ruined the vibe.
That was actually the good joke you actually made, Giga. That was like the actual best joke.
Good job. Good job, Gigok.
Out of all the jokes you've done, that was the only good one.
Yeah, like a lot of the other jokes
Because it actually had a good punchline.
Yeah, like again, that smoking joke, it went on way too long. Shit, man.
Yeah.
I was like, this is painful. This is painful.
All I can say is, I get it. I understand it now. That's not going to stop me from rewatching 4 seasons of Rent-A-Girlfriend, though. Hey guys, hope
you are the reason why Rent-A-Girlfriend has 6 seasons. You are the reason, Giguk. You think he's the cock?
I think he's just a chaotic demon that promotes the most degenerate stuff.
Well, I know, like, I think you did a reaction to that one YouTuber. I think I was in one of your live streams where he was like, "Oh, he likes Rent a Girlfriend," and he was one of the COVID anime
Yeah.
fans, and like I was just sort of like, this guy feels like dollar store Giguk.
And yeah, I remember which one it was.
It was the one that did a review, like he was shilling his Patreon and he was doing that like analysis of like the otaku girl one and the second prettiest girl one, which because those were the two popular animes, especially the romance animes. And I'm just like, ugh, it was a shit video, man. It was terrible.
Enjoyed the video. Thank you very much this month too. Basil, Payne Pad.
Okay, I think that's about it. Yep. That's it for the video.
Yep.
All right. Now, we're nearing the 3-hour mark, but don't you worry, guys. We've got one last thing to talk about, and that is underrated anime. Underrated anime. So I have my list, and do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
Which way? I don't care.
I mean, I'm straight, dude, so I go that way, but you know, maybe you might swing both ways. I don't know. It's up to you.
I can do one, then you can do one.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I have a recent anime. It's called The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. It's a recent one, but I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, and I don't know why. This really got me. This really got me. It's just a fun anime where it just takes all the tropes of like the Power Ranger stuff and puts it in a isekai genre, and it's just fucking fun. Have you seen this?
No, I haven't.
Oh, dude, it was fun. I think I recommended it to Cindy, and she did a watch party for it. I think she really enjoyed it. But then again, she watched like the first half and then split it. Like a couple the next time she did a watch party. But my gosh, I had so much fun with it, and like they point out the fact that so when he does like the suit up, like there's an explosion behind him, and like I think the first time he does it and he introduces himself with the purple witch, like she ends up being blown away because of the explosions. And they point out the Power Ranger like parody thing, and it just got me, man. It just got me. So I do recommend checking out if you get a chance to doing it. But this is my more recent pick. As we go further along, it gets a little more in the 2010s era, admittedly. I do have a soft spot for the 2010s era because that's when I became a full-blown anime fan. So what's your pick?
Bucket and Test.
Hold on. Let me search it up so I can get a Bucket and Test. So is it this one?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, I haven't seen this anime. You're gonna have to do some heavy lifting on this one.
Okay. It is about a very stupid guy that has two girls that like him. They go to a school which has everyone ranked based on their academics. So they go from smartest to dumbest. And his class has the dumbest. And he is generally an actual idiot. And the reason why the two girls are in there is because one of them is German, so she basically failed because she didn't understand English as well. And the other one got sick and failed because she collapsed. So technically, the pink-haired girl is like a super smart genius that should be in class A, and the German girl is somewhat smart, which is the other girl. But because she's German, she doesn't understand the language as well. So they basically both like him. They're in that class. He's a complete idiot. He doesn't realize they like him. And they have a system where they can fight with their avatars. So the classes get to fight each other. And it's based on their academic scores.
Okay.
And so for example, they might have like a duel and they grab a teacher that's in PE. They build a barrier and then they fight based on their PE scores, and then and so this classrooms will all fight each other. Naturally, you would think the highest classroom would always win, but one of the other classmates, which is his friend, is also a genius that just doesn't give a fuck about life and deliberately like gets shit scores just because he doesn't care. And he's like super smart and super strategical, so he deliberately tries to screw with the system to try and like beat the top classes just so they can take their equipment, because whoever beats whoever's classes can take their equipment from each other, and the higher the classes you go, the better the equipment.
I gotta ask, is this your least gooning one?
Yes.
Did you increase the goon
Yeah.
as it progresses?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, I guess it's my turn as to my next anime. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. I fucking love this anime. There was 2 animes that came around this time. Chivalry of a Failed Knight and Asterix War.
Asterix War.
And me and my friends, we were both big into anime. And at the time when you're in high school, you had to pick between two animes. Like there was a certain amount of animes you can watch. And he picked Asterix War. I picked this. And he watched Asterix War. And he was like, oh, man, I'm watching it. And I just couldn't get through it. This, though. Chivalry of a Failed Knight. My God, the music is fantastic. I really like the romance between them. It's such a great romance. And it's not like I thought it was going to be like a harem show like Asterix War, but it does focus on just these two. The action sequences are honestly pretty freaking great, and like I was heartbroken. I was heartbroken when there was no season 2. I think didn't you make a video on it like season 2 chances when?
Yeah, pretty much it's zipped and none because the light novel's finished now.
Yeah, so it's dead. The dream of season 2 is dead. And that's a bit of a heartbreaking thing. But yeah, that's my second pick on it. Do you have any thoughts on it?
It's a good anime.
No.
Her tits are nice and big.
Pretty good. That cabin sequence where they're just pretty much stuck together, I was like, whew, this is some spicy stuff. I appreciate it. Do you want to give off your second choice then?
My Bride is a Mermaid.
Oh my God. I heard this and I'm just like, wait a minute. I feel like I've seen this before. Oh my God. This is like, I feel like I know this, but I'm also like, I feel like I don't. Oh my God, you're gonna describe it. All right, go for it.
So basically, some loser goes on a holiday to see his grandma. He ends up drowning because he's a retard. Mermaid saves him. And then he goes back home and goes, everyone, I got saved by a mermaid. And everyone's like, nah, you're just on drugs, bro. You're retarded. And then randomly a girl turns up and goes, oh, I saved you. I now have to die because no one can know my family secret. And then the family rocks up and they go, oh, this is so tragic. And the father tries to kill the son, the boy, until he basically proposes and says, well, let's get married. And then the dad has problems because he loves his daughter a little bit too much.
Just a smidge.
Just a smidge. And the wife agrees to it. So he's like, sweet, I'm married to a mermaid. He goes home. He travels back to his school. And he's like, oh, I've got this cute girl that lives out in this beach area. Life's just normal, you're right? Till he finds out that his homebrew teacher is her dad.
Oh.
They all transferred to the school. The school's overtaken by a group. By the way, the mermaids are gang members. They're the Yazakiya group. So basically, a group of gangsters take over the school. It's just his entire family and the people that work for him, which is really funny because there's a running joke where the wife to the son has a thing for one of the guys that works for him, and it's like some black dude, and they're just like Masa, and like it's like a running joke where she just like has some crush on him, and even some parts where even the guy does, and she gets upset. And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm being cheated on by Masa." And basically every episode is degenerate retardation of people wanting to kill him, or particularly her dad trying to kill him in some creative way, to the point where he hires an assassin that is a tiny little sea urchin that fires bullets out of its shell ass crack.
Holy shit! I think I remember that. It's like a deep memory of mine. I think it was when I was early getting into anime. Holy shit! I think I have seen this.
And then it gets more insane because the bride's rival, which is a pop singer, ends up moving to the school, and they end up fighting over him. And her dad is the Terminator that runs a business that has bad social skills and randomly just starts stalking them. And there's also a monkey in there that's his best friend that is apparently a traitor.
Okay, I need to rewatch this because, like, my god.
It gets more insane because there's like a giant octopus that they keep trying to eat. Also, there's an episode where the mother basically is the nurse, and she's like, "Oh, well, if you don't want my daughter, I'll take you."
Oh my god. Living the dream, as it were. Living the dream. Oh my god. Okay. I'll give my next choice. So, let me give you an essay as to why Redo of a Healer is the greatest anime of all time. It is the greatest anime of all time. No, I'm kidding. Masu Gakuen HXH. This is a banger of a fucking harem anime. A banger. So, for those who don't know, this is a harem anime from the 2010s, and essentially, this lucky bastard, he needs to power up these girls to save them from some demon sort of this alien sort of threat, and some of these threats can be like girls and all that. But the only way he's able to power these girls up is through physical contact. And you might be thinking, oh, it's just a kiss, a bit of a fondle. No, it's full-blown dry humping. It's full-blown dry humping, and the final sequence, the final fucking ecchi scene is the most good lord scene I have ever seen. It is where essentially they go into some sort of like made up VR setting, and they act out a scenario where this guy and this girl are doing something raunchy, and he fingers her in class. Like, he fingers her in class, and I'm just like, bro, like as a teenager, I was used to DxD where it was just fondling boobs. You press the nipple, I don't know, and that's it. No, this was something else. This was some like, god damn, this was some saucy stuff. And I will never forget that. And my friend, again, I told you this story. I think he's told you this story. But he watched this, and he was used to this sort of scenario at the time. He's like, okay, I'm used to like how they get the power ups. his sister comes in and he's like, "Oh, what anime you watching?" "Oh, it's just this anime." It gets to the fucking fingering scene, and it's like it was the most awkwardest shit, and I'm just like, "Yeah, I know. Watching essentially that with your sister, it ain't it, chief." Now, did you watch this absolute piece of degeneracy?
Yes.
Thoughts?
It's peak.
Underrated? Amazing?
Should have got a second season.
Oh, tell me about it. They did a setup in the final they did a setup in the final episode where they revealed this girl, and then it was just that's it. I was like so heartbroken. I was like, come on.
Rip.
I know. A big oofed. Want to give your final anime then?
At Planet Cuties. We all knew I was going to go there.
Oh lord.
Have you watched it?
Okay. I thought I did, and then I saw the image, and I'm just like, no, I have not. Although I see that there's a Blu-ray.
Yeah, I have the DVD for it. I also have the figure of her too.
I might pick it up. Master Gao with the $5. My underrated anime is Automata. Dropped a 2-minute video about it. Please watch it at the end of this segment. Sure, we can watch it at the end of the segment. Yeah. But yeah, why don't you give us your thoughts on it?
About a girl that's exploring and she drops by Earth and likes to enjoy their culture. And then the rest of her crew
culture.
joins.
Culture,
Yes,
eh?
culture. And she has a thing for the human that she's spending time with. But also the two other girls, which one of them apparently works for the CIA, and the other one is an assassin that works for the Japanese like secret service that apparently can portal guns into her hands. Both also wanted to bang him as well. And
It
the one
sounds
from the
like peak.
CIA also is a childhood friend. And then dogs also have been living on the planet for ages, and they've been secretly feeding the humans alien technology to basically control them, or like, you know, underhand black market deals.
I think I've seen this GIF though. I think I've seen
Yeah,
this GIF where she's
I
like,
use it all the time.
Yeah, I thought so. I was like, wait a minute. I've
She's
seen a
on
bit of this.
catnip.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
That's the whole scene. She's like on catnip and she's like getting all hyped up, and then she's like talking about wanting to breed with him, and then she gets shot in the butt with a tranquilizer by one of the other cat girls.
Thank you for giving me the source, my guy. Thank you. This is this sounds pretty peak.
It's great.
Dude, this sounds fucking amazing.
Honestly, I'm leaving out the best parts. Like, for example, they're trying to invade a ship that's run by a cult that worships catgirls, and they end up hijacking a boat, and the two girls pretend that they're part of a basically one of those skimpy videos where they're in like skimpy outfits, and they hijack it and blow up the ship, and then like jump on there.
Jesus, I cannot wait to check this out. Oh my god, this sounds amazing.
It's pretty degenerate.
It can't be that degenerate when our classification gives it an M.
It's true.
Like, okay, so I'm just gonna be honest, guys. Our classification is a joke when it comes to like rating things. It's honestly a joke, and it's kind of hard to like get like what is like an M and what is an MA15. So like this is an M, guys, and it's like it's kind of crazy. Like I don't know what classifies as an MA15 and an M now. But yeah. So thank you for the recommendations, my dude. I cannot wait to check them out.
Happy to contribute to great Goonie material.
But yes, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I'm glad that we raised the goon, as it were. We kept on raising the bar. But I will check. Since you paid $5, Master Gower, we will watch the video that you have sent. Now we've been going for about 3 hours, so I do want to like cut it off around at maximum 4 hours. So maybe there might be a topic that will go a bit longer, but I do want to try and like cut it at around the 3 hour mark for this sort of thing. Because last time, 5 hours, man. We went on for 5 hours. It was fucking fun though. Fucking dude, we shit talked so much that night. It was great. Loved it.
It was.
But you know, maybe more drama happens in the coming weeks. I don't know what it is about Espiritu. For some reason, every single time it's like his week, a fucking fire happens. It's like a drama fire.
Oh, it's amazing.
But hey, you know, we'll find out next week. It's gonna be great.
I'll start something.
You'll start something which we'll have to probably cover because my god, it's gonna be great.
At this point, everyone at karate, there's a guy that's that I spar with at karate. He's a brown belt, and he always talks like about we talk about my content creation, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a professional shitposter. And he looks at me, and goes, yeah, you are.
Honestly, you've made a career out of it, and God bless you, sir. God bless you.
I don't even know how I'm that good at it. I think I'm just a little bit. I just say logical things, and I piss people off.
But don't you know, my guy, saying logical things nowadays is literally counting as shitposting.
It's true.
And like the internet is run by women now, so logic goes out the fucking window.
Yeah, that is true. Thank God. I hope to God that one of them doesn't watch your content.
What do you mean? Which one is it? You know I'm gonna try and get... Hey, listen, this is our podcast, my dude. You gotta promote it.
I know. Oh, I did promote it. I don't think they actually watch it.
I know they probably won't, but you know, we're gonna be doing it. We're gonna be episodes. Hey, we might even get guests on. You never know. We might try and get this person to come on. That would be great.
We could get some interesting guests.
Yeah, I know that we can get some, like Ace. That's one.
That'll be an easy one.
Dude, that is a that is a fan favorite waiting to happen. Dude, Ace.
He's asleep.
Ace, if you're watching this in the replay, come on, man. Fucking get your ass up here. Joshua did come in and say, you know, the anime is good when you sound like you smoke something. Honestly, that is true. The anime is really good when it's just off the wall bonkers. When it's something logical and it's like by the numbers, you're like, yeah, it can be a bit boring.
Okay.
So this is the video that Master Gao wanted us to react to, which is his underrated anime.
Faces the zodiac gods in epic duels to become part of the Chinese zodiac. To achieve her goal...
Okay, I see like hot women and I'm already interested. So, well played, Master Gao. Well played.
She gets on the boys' nerves. Totama!
Have you seen Totama?
No.
No, okay.
A boy is in shock when he moves into an apartment in Tokyo's Akihabara district and discovers that there is a portal to the world of the zodiac.
Already interested because this sounds absolutely nuts. Also, someone says, try getting Jazza on your podcast. Is that the one that you responded to, Jack, in the comments of the replay? If so, he's got like millions of subscribers. You're gonna have to get Espiritu to contact him because I'm like a lowly guy. I need to get up there in numbers, guys. But Espiritu,
I don't even know who they are.
I'm not sure either. But Espiritu, if anyone's gonna do it, you're gonna have to do it. You gotta poke the bear. I mean, you know, you're the professional shit poster. You could probably shit post him into doing it.
In this dimension reside the zodiac gods, who, empowered by the power of human gratitude energy, influence fate.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. The coloring, I'm like, I feel like this is like ADHD levels of like, you know, wow. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's very much like overblowing colors. I love it.
However, in the boy's new apartment already lives a girl who introduces herself.
I can immediately see why you like it, Master Gower, and I am all for it.
As a cat zodiac. This oddball has been striving to become part of the zodiac for a long time, since she was ousted from her rightful place by the rat. She has tried to worm her way back with mad schemes, but her attempts have always failed. The boy, however, has a lot of gratitude energy that the cat can use to defeat the other zodiac gods. So, in order to get the pesky cat out of his apartment,
Okay.
The boy becomes involved in helping.
I was gonna say, I'm like, man, can I show this? And I'm like, okay, thank God Espiritu is like, I'm looking over at my OBS. Espiritu, you're like the censor god right now. I was like, oh, thank God.
The cat fights spectacular duels against the members of the Zodiac. In the process, she travels to the bizarre Zodiac God's world, which is depicted in psychedelic CG. The tough path.
Okay, how do you feel about CG in anime like this?
Most of the time it gets done poorly.
I haven't seen this anime, so I'm gonna reserve judgment, but for me, I'm just like, I don't know, when I see CG in anime, I get a bit of like a, it's just a natural reflex with me with CG in anime. Also, shit, I can hear the fucking thunderstorm. Like, I got like fucking headphones on and I can just hear it outside.
Now I'm curious what the weather's gonna be.
Something tells me it's gonna be raining. Probably tomorrow. At least where I am. I just got that feeling.
It's meant to start raining for me at 9 AM.
Ooh. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one for you. You're probably gonna be sleeping through it though. You'll be fine, old man. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Me, I gotta get up. I gotta do chores. I gotta do human responsible things after this. Ooh. Yeah.
Violent duels against the other Zodiacs begins. This not so well known anime offers lovable and funny characters and a well made mix of traditional animation and CG.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing, Master Gao. Yeah, I would actually check it out then. I'm also glad that he does a follow up of a similar titles and a sequel. So it is not just the first anime. He does put in other recommendations. But yeah, I think that will be it for today, and we're just over 3 hours. So, do you want to plug your channel and all that? For those who do not know who Espiritu is, which you probably do.
If you don't, trust me, you'll know about me at some point when I piss someone off.
That or he ends up marrying Kirsha, and then the internet will fucking implode.
Oh, that would break the internet.
But yeah, it's been a fun one on the first official episode of the Goon Lords, because I have a bone to pick with you, Espiritu.
Oh god.
The title of last week's episode.
Yeah.
How many lords are there in the title?
YouTube stop playing stuff. While I pull it up.
I'll give you a hint. It's missing a letter.
I don't know what you're talking about. It says Goon Lords to me.
Oh, okay. You changed it, you fucker. What? Yeah, absolute drongo, mate.
I'll just
Fucking.
put that there just to make sure it's number 1.
Oh, okay. I see it. Now I have to change this episode to be number 2. Oh, I see it. Yeah, you fucking bastard. Yeah, fucking sneaky cunt. That's what you are. Oh, you bastard. Okay, I'll get your YouTube channel. And you're gonna be multi-streaming next week, or you're just gonna be doing OBS through YouTube?
I should try and do OBS to just test out. Well, I should try and sort it out so I can put your stream on your character on there.
Yeah, sounds good. Let me just post this to here. If you guys have not subscribed to Espiritu, and follow him on Twitter. He's a professional shit poster, and it's a lot of fun. He gets into so much drama. He calls out so many VTubers, and you know what? I'm here for it. It's always fun, and whenever drama lurks in the anime community, he's always there. He's like drama Batman. Is that not the best way to describe you, though?
It is true.
Thank you. I rest my case. But yeah, thank you for joining everyone tonight. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the donations. And listen, it's just objective fact that I'm gonna win Cine in the end.